to it.
I did it. It's done. We're there. We're live. We're cooking with gas. All right. So this is
I'm
it.
Kyle.
Oh, shit. Joey, this is it. This is the big 2
I'm just so excited.
Double donut. I should have brought 2 double donuts.
Yeah, it's Alf.
I said I'm out.
He's like, I'm out.
We're excited about it being episode 200.
We put off doing a show for 2 weeks for this.
That was my excitement.
And I think I spelled
Get
January. I spelled January
No,
correctly.
I'm tired.
It's technically the first, but we're going to put it out on the second if I get off my ass.
It's 200. If this is your first time listening to us,
You got 200 more to go. Yeah, come on,
Well,
get in here.
We haven't
199.
grown. We haven't grown since.
Yeah,
the
it's
first
fine.
episode, doesn't matter.
If you're the 5 people listening and downloading this every month, thank you. Your $5 check is
Also
due.
buy our merch.
Stop by the merch tent.
Buy the Where My Beans At Joey shirt.
Yeah.
Buy the I Hate What You Love Kyle shirt. And then later shirt from Al.
I'm also selling
Shit,
beer.
we should really make those shirts.
I got
Actually, not terrible idea.
Yeah, just Kyle here. You keep drifting off camera, so
I'm not. I haven't moved.
No, like I got you cropped in such a way that if you turn like just that much, yeah, you drift off. So I'm kind of centering you better.
Okay.
We're going for the extreme close up here, so it's like you got like this much of a box to work with.
Like Wayne's World?
Yeah, no, don't do that. No, it's just yelling in the camera.
Whoa!
All right, so on the agenda, got like some Christmas wrap up stuff, some episode 200 wrap up stuff, and then some Game of the Year stuff, and then we'll sprinkle in some news in there. I don't think there's a whole lot of news to cover, so
Nope.
and then we'll send it off like we normally do. So, all righty,
What's first?
I'm gonna do the Christmas stuff.
Damn it.
All right, go.
Okay, good.
Hey, I forgot to get you guys gifts.
He literally reminded you a week ago. That's a good fucking box. I like that bag.
Is that one for me?
I like that bag.
That's that guy.
That's a good bag.
Some of you got different gifts. So, Alf, you got one early, so you get like lesser gifts. And this is for old Al.
Didn't have to buy anything.
I didn't buy anything. I stole it.
No.
I stole all of it.
Oh man. You actually got me something cool.
You got to work.
You feel like a shithead.
Both of you guys got to like deal with this shit the entirety of the.
God damn it. Why would you
Why is it so long? Oh my god. What the fuck is this?
That's the Buster. Buster.
Why would you put it in a bag if
I didn't. Don't you steal my porno name.
I'm not in charge of this at all. Keep going. You got.
There's more?
No, there's that box. I think is what's yours.
Oh, okay.
I got more to go. Don't worry.
Oh, good lord. I don't have a knife.
I don't think I brought mine today. Oh, I fucking left my drink behind the. Oh well, it's fine. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, I figured Kyle would like his. They don't make Simon Belmont ones yet. It's so you can tuck your hands into it.
Yeah. Well, my hands don't fit. Oh wait, maybe
They fit in there.
you gotta quit.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah,
It's
I think
got,
it's pretty
it's
cool.
got like a foreskin.
It's just roll it back. It's fine. Ladies will love it. No one will know. You're European Mega Man. You're
Red
European
Rocket,
Mega
Red
Man.
Rocket.
You're fine. The ladies will never know. Just get it good and going. They'll notice.
Mega,
If you pull it back before they even see it,
You're
then
fine. No one will know.
Mega Man uncircumcised.
What, are you still going over there?
It's taped!
I was not in charge of that.
I bet you weren't. Oh, Mario socks.
Yeah, more Mario songs.
Oh, Zelda socks. Nice.
Yeah, I was worried about those, and then I saw your Christmas photo where you posted the corgi socks. I was like, I got that motherfucker. Some good stuff.
Nice.
this thing is soft as
There
hell.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I like them.
They say
Dude,
doot, right?
Touch on this.
What? Doot.
Don't they say doot on them?
Yeah.
Ew.
No,
Dude.
they say one up or something.
Oh, one up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, one up.
No, they say dude.
No?
No, it says 100 maybe.
Oh, no, one up. Oh, yeah, wait. That's supposed to be one up, but it says 100. Score.
Yeah.
Like he's stepping on the
Oh,
door.
okay, all right. I didn't know what it was. I was like, I think it's a
Yeah,
doot.
Touch on this. Soft as hell.
You owe him a back rub. I didn't wrap your gifts. Yay! Here's Kyle's.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
And here's Joey's.
Hold on, I got a message. Oh, hey. All right, I got just a use for this. Put it in my car. That way it never turns on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't like wrapping gifts. I'm sorry.
Is it Irish coffee?
You know, I thought about doing mugs. It's a little Game Boy mug.
I actually just got a NES mug from my roommate.
Let me see if I can.
NES controller mug.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if I can hotbox enough. Like, see.
It doesn't change colors like that, but
I think it's the inside joy.
I can't do it. Chunk.
It stinks.
All right, let me put that over there so it doesn't get broken. All right, that's cool. That's really cool. Are you gonna wear those socks? I didn't know if you'd wear them or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear.
I don't think.
I don't wear them when I
Kyle's ever gonna wear
dress
that.
up.
He's gonna throw it in his car. It's just gonna ride in the back there.
this is hot as fuck, dude. I'm dying right now.
Hey, just go outside. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're like, there's not enough of this thing. All right. So, side note: who brought me $2?
Oh shit! I definitely have $2. Give me a second.
Shit! I didn't bring any. I forgot.
$2 motherfucking dollars.
No, God, it looks so gross. I forgot to bring. Fucking
No $2. All right. Well, called your bluff.
I even agreed to it.
Is there a Mega Man going? Or
No, that was
Pac-Man?
weird. Like
Pac-Man or something going on? All right. I've already had this, and it is fucking terrible. So, as part of the 200 episode spectacular, we're going to do one of my favorite bits. Drinking disgusting soda.
Boy, that's dumb. I just keep looking at the Mega Man thing.
Hey.
Why is there so much dangly bits on it? Like
Hey, that's when you put your hands
I
in.
know, but if it was just the hat, like
Look, I've only ever seen that thing one place, so
it was cool. I think it's dope.
good. Like I said, just throw it in the back of your car. It'll be fine. So
I
bad.
guarantee some girl is gonna take it from me.
You tell them, fuck off.
Let her take it. Jesus Christ, you're sweating.
I told you I was dying in it.
God
Oh,
damn.
I'm giving you guys so much. Also, I do not want any of your leftovers of this. You can fuck off.
Then pour like one fucking fluid
Oh,
ounce.
it's so bad.
Oh,
I can smell it from here.
oh my God.
Here's one for you. Don't get in there too early. One for that guy over there.
God.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's so bad. All right, so we're
Oh, it smells so weird.
salted caramel Pepsi.
What kind of sodium are we talking on this?
4% of your daily value.
All right.
It's for the whole bottle too.
Yeah, I know.
You're fine. Don't even try to get out of it. Oh, it smells so bad.
Do we drink it?
Oh, it's so
Shut
bad. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
That's fucking disgusting.
Alf might be into it.
It tastes like flat Coke.
It's got that caramel taste, but which
I can't
isn't
taste
bad.
the caramel. My taste buds are shot to shit right now.
No, I can taste the caramel, but it's like a burnt.
No, it's flat Coke to me. That's what it tastes like.
Oh, well, then I got a whole flat Coke for you over here. You
No,
want
I
one?
don't want to finish.
All right, okay, good.
Fucking gargling black coffee.
It's so good.
Oh God. Pepsi, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Who wants?
I have two
nobody
bottles of
wants. Nobody wants it. Like,
All right.
Oh God, Pepsi, why? Oh,
Part
it's
two.
disgusting.
do you have more?
Oh, I got lots.
Oh my God.
Is it more Pepsi?
Yeah, it's more Pepsi.
Is this bullshit I have to eat?
No, yes. This one was well packaged.
Yeah.
I had to get it imported.
No, I'll just play this in the background.
What is that?
Don't get us in trouble.
There you go.
Oh shit! No, that's the one I'm stoked for.
Dope.
That's the one. Well, that's the finisher. So
Can we get copyright from Pepsi on this?
maybe.
Definitely.
All right. So I don't
All right,
get
I'll
any. I also have this UCC coffee with milk.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
I'm on board with
yeah.
that.
I'm happy about that one. I'm really happy about
I'm happy
this.
about that one too. Is that Piccolo?
Yes, Piccolo.
Yeah.
Fuck. Let me see that.
That's what I was saying. No, because like when Joey went to Disney, when he went to Disney World, like I was like, Joey, how much is that Piccolo ramen? He wouldn't tell me. He was like, you shut up about Piccolo ramen.
Which one of you fuckers finished this thing?
I did.
I did.
Oh, good.
I just chugged it. It's just flat Coke. The caramel like whisked around in my mouth for the
right.
beginning.
But
I didn't
this
taste
says
very
UCC, the pioneer maker of canned liquid coffee in Japan. Come on, enjoy its original taste.
It's I think that's advertised by Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this might be bad. There's one there.
Oh. This smells like when you pee coffee out.
Oh, really?
Oh, it does. It has like a fishy kind of taste.
You ever drink too much coffee and you pee and it smells like,
never.
You never get coffee pee?
You ever get like a whiff of like the
That smells good.
You ever get
no. You guys say.
No, you ever get a whiff of like hold on. You ever get a whiff of like the
I grew up in a house with coffee.
the seaweed
I love
tin,
coffee,
the seaweed
yeah.
tin that like they have at
Wait.
Yeah, you get it now.
Now I get it.
Yeah,
I'm
now you're
getting it.
getting
This
it.
smells like a fucking bathroom
Like
in the
the seaweed
cafeteria
tin.
right now.
the seaweed tin when you get sushi.
Right?
Do you drink it?
No, the smell just
Yeah,
hit me.
It's
yeah.
the seaweed tin. It's really good.
All right, are we in?
All
gonna
right,
be bad.
salute.
Yes. Tastes better than it smells.
Yep, that's
Million
fine.
times better than it smells.
That's fine. That's just shitty coffee with milk.
Milk. That's all it tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was not bad.
Yep,
Not bad.
that one's fine.
Anyone want more?
Nope.
I'm okay.
There's a lot.
Coffee.
I
I want to go sleep.
I have a whole coffee over here, actually.
Well, that's all right. Well,
what are you
someone pop
drinking
open that
coffees?
ramune, and then we can.
Go do it.
We know what that tastes like. Tastes like ramune. I love that shit.
original flavored ramune?
I have no fucking clue. what
Original
flavor it is.
ramen. Piccolo.
All right. Well,
Darling gun.
that concludes that right there. So
He fires
Nail gun?
special. No, that was dude, nail gun was the joke
What?
ability that Nail came up with in Team 4 Stars.
Damn, that is better.
Damn, that's good. Piccolo's ability was
smells terrible.
Mecha Sapa Bahaka Hapasak Mecha Special Beam Cannon.
Man, nail gun sounds so much better. You're goddamn right.
whoa,
Ooh.
they had big ones there when I was there.
Whoa. Holy shit, that is some fruity mess.
Oh, I got more cups.
Ooh,
Here, I got more cups.
gum, actually, almost.
A little ball makes it difficult to pour.
I also have a giant ass trash bag for your giant ass trash.
Is that the rest of the bits?
This is the last little bits.
Oh, thank God. I can't take any more
I didn't want to
surprises.
kill anyone. Like
I can't
we're
take any
mixing
more
like so many
surprises.
different flavors here. Someone's just gonna throw up tomorrow, and just, it's gonna be the worst smell ever. Like, oh God, no. Yeah, rattle like I want the glass ball. Ah. Yeah, do you want to keep that with like?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, well,
I'll wash it out.
Yeah. Put like a flower or some shit in it. Grow your fresh baked basil out of it.
I like
Some
the smell.
heirloom tomatoes.
It's like potpourri kind of.
Hello.
Salute.
As always, ramen is
Tastes like
delicious.
ramen.
It's always good. Doesn't matter.
Tastes like the not bad one. All right, I'm gonna
Pour some more.
finish off this fish coffee.
That was it? Damn. All right.
Should have poured the salted caramel in there.
That was good. That was a good finisher. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
saving that for last. Thank you. It went from total jack, pure garbage to to like.
Well, I mean, we had to have the salted caramel Pepsi. I mean,
Thanks for ending it at a high. Thank you.
Yeah. The high note is the piccolo ramune. Tastes like piccolo.
I got like all those flavors in my mouth. I got the tea to drink on the way home too.
Yep.
All right. Did anyone have any like Christmas stories they wanted to share? Like anyone woke up, Santa Claus delivered their favorite the boom box they were asking for all year.
I got bills.
You got bills? Santa's not supposed to put unpaid
Gift that
bills.
keeps on
in there.
giving.
I went to my aunt's house and hung out with my aunt and my dog, who's probably not going to be with us for too terribly much longer. So that was really nice.
That's
Not to bring anybody down, but she's an old girl.
I was
So
thinking about that. My cat.
she has had a long, dope life.
That is
Yep. I do not think that dog, if she could speak, I doubt she would be like, oh, the regrets.
Oh, there goes the Robin. And everything else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a trash bag
It's
right
in a
over
descending.
here.
It's in a descending order, right?
It came up as ramen, then it filled my
Ramen,
broth
yeah.
with milk, and then
Yeah.
it came out that fucking
Salted
caramel. Oh,
Alf, you want to take it home to like
Aw,
to
man.
troll significant others?
Yeah. Just tell them it's Malta, and then
Malta is significantly better than that shit. Okay, significantly better. Just because your white ass taste buds can't.
no,
handle it.
I would prefer Malta over that for sure.
I'm going to Orlando soon. Do you want me to bring you back a big bottle of that in Malta?
They have Malta there.
I told you they had the big bottle. It's like a 20-ounce bottle.
Fuck yeah!
God, that thing's gonna be like $4.
Is it Sunchi?
It was the same yellow one you gave me.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell they have. Yeah, bring it. Fuck it.
Okay. All right.
You ever stoked when you find knee highs like hanging
I
out?
get
Yeah.
'em I only get them in glass bottles.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the only way to do it. You find those peach knee highs though, you're like, what? Am I in Hawthorne? The fuck?
Oh man,
If you're
It's,
wondering,
like too much.
Yeah. There's a bunch of gross flavors in my mouth, but you
Alf,
know.
did you have any Christmas sort? You said Santa brought you bills. Anything else?
New underwear, which as I get older, I appreciate underwear so much more.
Dude, you never want to buy it, and then someone gets you some underwear, and you're like, "Fuck yeah,
you
dude!"
see like a 2-pack, 3-pack's like, I mean,
I'm too picky for
$20,
that.
$30.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
you guys gift like, oh fuck yeah, thank you. Throw away these cotton ass ones.
yeah. No, especially if someone gets you like some nice underwear too, you're like, "What?"
No, I specifically said get me like compression or like those
Yeah.
spandex ones. I
Yeah.
love them, and sure enough, that's what I got. I'm
got
down
some-
to like one cotton pair left
You got some jockeys?
to like replace. No, the Adidas.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, I burped too,
Man, you see, yeah, it's like a bad melting pot.
dude. It's a medley of.
It's a melting pot of
Hey,
shit.
man, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm so disappointed.
It's like a clean homeless man that just took a first shower, but you know he hasn't brushed his teeth yet.
Yeah.
That's what that burp feels like.
When you burp, you'll.
I already
you
burped.
gotta-
It's just it's like I got several other flavors going on.
I
as
got
well.
What else did I get? Some gift cards like always. I got Vigo some bullshit like a bed and bones and stuff like that.
Yeah, nice.
No, I got more stuff. Oh, a calendar, a new Zelda calendar. I got like dumb
Yeah.
stuff that I appreciate. So
Oh, a friend got me some beard balm from Mustache and St.
Oh, yeah,
Augustine.
yeah.
You know the specialty
yeah,
place in
yeah,
St.
yeah.
Augustine. It's really nice. It's like sandalwood, coffee, and chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
Yeah. I don't know why the chrysanthemum's in there. It kind of throws off the rest of the gig, but it's nice.
nice.
That's good. I like it. I mean, I got like some balms and stuff like that. I've been trying. But like,
Well, it's great when they give you that shit because then you look it up and you're like, oh, you spent $30 on this. What the fuck? I appreciate it.
Yeah, my Christmas was basically pretty uneventful. You know.
It's all about Henry now, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like people ask me what I want. I was like, get something for Henry. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Yeah.
If you want to
Fuck
give me
that
like a
shit.
gift card, that's fine. But get something for him, then make me happy. It's one less thing I got to do. So like he's not still into opening presents yet. So a lot of people like were disappointed that like he hadn't torn in all his gifts. But like he had a really good Star Wars Christmas. He got a giant Chewbacca from his uncle.
I saw the Chewbacca.
And he got some stuff from Santa.
How many porgs?
So Chewbacca has a porg on him, and then there's a big porg, stuffed porg, and then there's I think a small stuffed porg, and then he got like a bunch of like the keychain guys that make noise.
Okay.
So he got a bunch of those. He got
So
like the
we're
evil
talking
BB-8.
minimum 3 porgs.
There's like 3 porgs, I think.
Okay.
And then like I said, he's got the evil BB-8, whose name I don't remember. It's like
BB hate.
BBK something.
It's BB9.
I don't remember, but
90, but
they made a
BB-8
toy
sounds so much
for
better.
it, and they don't use the guy in the movie at all. So, well, he's there. He's like, "Ooh,
I still haven't even fucking seen that movie.
What's wrong with you? Go see it.
I don't care. I'm
Go
just,
see it.
yeah, maybe.
I can start sending you the shit posts and the dank memes.
I mean, it's either like much needed physical therapy thing tomorrow or Star Wars. So probably physical
Why not?
therapy.
Both.
Money.
Just Star Wars. You can walk in there.
I'll just be like, hey, you want to go see Star Wars while you do the physical therapy?
There you go.
And
That's the
then-
plan.
Nice.
Let's just knock this shit out right away. What did you think about Star Wars?
Just tell him you'll.
Oh, I thought you said you saw it. Sorry.
No, he still.
I
has
literally thought I heard. I just saw Star
No,
Wars.
No,
we-
I was saying I'd take my plan was like either get much needed physical therapy tomorrow or go see Star Wars.
I heard I was going to see physical therapy tomorrow, but I went to go see Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
So,
All right. Never mind.
do it.
at this point, like I've had like several things spoiled for me, so like it's like sure, whatever. I'm sure it'll be
The
fine.
movie's long enough that you'll still.
Yeah, I'm
be
sure there's
surprised by
plenty of shit in there that's
You'll
fine.
be surprised.
Yeah. What else? Okay.
Spoilers. It's a okay movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured that's what it
here
was
we
gonna be
go.
anyway.
I
Now,
forgot.
people fucking saying it's the worst movie. Dumb. People saying it's the best fucking movie. Dumb. It's an okay movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie. Is it
I mean, what do you-
Well, I mean, as a movie in itself,
I hate the argument of this. Like,
okay.
fanboys just hate change. I'm like, when is all change good? That's all.
fanboys.
Fanboys are fanboys. That's all.
Yeah, they don't like. Anyway, all right. I don't want to get into much of the Star Wars discussion. It's
Porg Zone.
it's not winning an Oscar. How about that?
Nope. Well, I mean, Suicide Squad did.
That was for makeup though, because you like
Yeah.
like
They will put it on the box. Academy Award winning Suicide Squad.
Yeah. We'll technically be right.
what was I gonna say?
They're not gonna say for what.
Yeah. Other than that, like did I go to Disney before or after? I don't remember.
Before.
Yeah, I think before.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I just ate dinner.
Yeah, because you were sending me
Breakfast.
pictures. I was answering it at the terminal.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't know. All right, let's do this light news actually, because
Yeah.
and then we'll do game of the year because that'll pretty much wrap us up. Alrighty, okay. I think most of the news I have is Nintendo Switch related.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to more Switch stuff.
Me too.
Basically, they've hacked the Nintendo Switch officially. Which now is saying that like, oh, now all we gotta do is get homebrew going and figure out all that, and then we're wide open, boys. So
That was quick.
that being said, they also the Iwata tribute and it has been apparently patched out by Nintendo and no longer in there. So that's kind of sad to see go, but.
I wonder why.
A lot of different theories out there, but yeah, remember this is something Nintendo never officially acknowledged as existing in there.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting. Like
Maybe they just don't want you digging around. So like,
maybe they didn't want people digging around, so they got it out of there.
yeah.
The other news is in Japan, Nintendo Switch has surpassed the PS2 in first year sales. Like for people who aren't like super video game knowledgeable, the PS2 is widely considered one of the best selling consoles ever. And to
Largest library.
Yeah, to outpace that in the first year sales is a tremendous feat. So it puts it on par with one of the highest selling, most popular consoles on the planet. So, and in Japan, which is the home territory for both of those devices. So
Cool.
It's pretty sweet. I know our local Nintendo rep was very excited to share that information too.
yeah. Well, that's weird. Okay, never mind. That wasn't important. So there's an interesting article on the New York Times where they interviewed Miyamoto, and he talks about like some of his hiring practices within Nintendo and how they hire people who have like different ideas and interests outside of games and
That are not gamers.
yeah, and so like it's definitely one of those things that you should probably take your browser to and check it out. So
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
I mean, you got Mario Odyssey, so
Yeah,
and Breath of the Wild, so.
Not gonna argue that.
And and it doesn't shock me for Miyamoto because he's talked about his experiences as a boy exploring caves and then
Collecting bugs.
and that kind of stuff and like
I love those stories.
so it kind of gives you an idea of like where their mind is. The last Switch related news I have is the Nintendo is not rolling out 64 gigabyte Switch game cards until next year, 2019.
Damn. Okay.
So, the things with NBA 2K18.
But can't I just plug
LA
in a 256
Noir.
micro in there and that's it?
Right, but we're talking about the
Official.
Switch game cards themselves. So you still have the chance of games being released and needing a day one update where you have to download the rest of the game.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's most of the Switch news I have. I do have some other things, like I have the PlayStation Plus games for January, which are not great. It's Deus Ex Human Revolution for the PS4.
That's
That's
pretty
not
cool,
bad.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but
for getting that game for free feels
Yeah.
much better than paying
For
for
a
it.
free game, it's actually not bad.
Right, but for my concern with that is that it's it's like $5 basically everywhere. It's like $5-10 everywhere.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not monetarily valuable.
Or excuse me, not Human Rose, Mankind Divided.
Yeah, Mankind Divided.
And then also the Batman Telltale series.
Yeah.
Really, I was hearing good things. And then they also have Sacred 3 for the PlayStation 3, Book of Unwritten Tales 2, Psychopaths, Mandatory Happiness, and Uncanny Valley for the Vita.
Ooh, Uncanny Valley is really good.
Yeah. So there's some good stuff in there, but like,
Do you like weird 16-bit horror games?
I'm trying to remember, did we do the Xbox Live?
I haven't been here in like 2
Games
weeks.
with
So
gold. I think you missed like 3 weeks. But anyway, I'll do the January games with gold just in case. They're not great either. So it's till the end of the month, you get the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. Until the 15th of the month,
they've pushed that twice now.
You get Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Edition by Telltale.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider Underworld for 360. And then on the 16th, you get Zombie.
iZombie?
And then Armbia 2. No, just regular Zombie.
I was making a
Zombie
I was making a
U.
joke about the show.
Oh, really?
iZombie.
Oh.
People like that.
It's good. I think.
I
wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
And I think, other than like people announcing their game of the years and stuff like that, which I'm not going to really get into much of that.
Mario 2.
Other than that, like, there's not a lot else in the news, and neither should there be, because like, it's the end of the year.
All Zelda content for Breath of the Wild. It is done. The game is complete.
Oh, that was in there. Oh, I forgot to mention.
No more DLC, and they're already working on the next Zelda game.
I
Ooh,
forgot they
shocker.
announced the game, and we missed it. Catherine Full Body
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
for
remastered.
PS4.
Remaster.
Well, there's a
They
there's
added a
third
third Catherine now. Her name's Ren. And she, so like the problem is
we need a little like filter like stars.
So the problem with it is like there's something different about Ren, and everyone's alluding by the way they're cutting the trailers and stuff like
She
that
has penis.
that she's trans.
Okay.
And like
Can we see the dick?
no, I mean I
Well,
don't.
then what the fuck? Who cares?
Who knows?
I want to see it flopping.
I'm taking
pay respects.
I'm taking the other approach that like not to just jump immediately onto the hate train and assuming the worst. Like for all you know, she could be a divine Catherine versus the spoiler for Catherine. Catherine's a succubus,
Yeah.
so she's a demon. So
How
she could be
dare you.
this Ren could be an angel and try to push you on towards a divine path, and she just has no reproductive organs.
How dare you?
You never know. Who knows?
I'm looking forward to it regardless. I love Catherine.
Yeah, so I would replay it, but I can see where some people are upset about the way that's portrayed.
You know what my only issue with Catherine is?
The puzzle game?
Yeah, I don't like Intelligence Cube.
That puzzle game's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, nothing really else. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of this so we can get it. Let's talk game of the year. So, but like for people who haven't listened,
one more thing. Did you see the toys that made us?
the Netflix thing, I watched the G.I. Joe one at my cousin's house.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I like it. It's
I
a good
watched
show.
the
Only 4 episodes. The next 4 are coming like in a month.
Yeah, I saw the G.I. Joe one at my cousin's house.
Star Wars one's actually dope. I said it was interesting, and how they made He-Man. We made
toys first,
We
and
made
then you make
toys
the
first, and
shitty
we're like,
cartoon.
we gotta get this advertised. And like, well, we can't advertise the toy line. Yeah, back then, it's like it's 30-second toy and a minute like showing it off.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, all right, what can we do? It's like, we'll make a cartoon. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
100%
brilliant.
how they made He-Man.
Well, that's what Transformers is essentially. I don't know. It's really cool if you like the old nostalgia of like all these old toys that you grew up with, how they were made, the business, all the backstabbing and the deals that went through, and then the companies that went under and bought. It's fun.
Repainting old toys.
Yeah,
They
like
made too many.
we made Star Wars. We're buying like fucking Playmobil, melting those fuckers down, and we made Star Wars. They made a clone trooper out of a stormtrooper. I'm like, that's wow. Okay, I did not know that. And they call it kit bashing. I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff.
It's cool. Just go watch it. And I saw Black Mirror season 4. It's really good too.
There's a comic I have about Black Mirror. I'll send it to you later.
Oh god, technology is that one?
No, it's the one where the computer is like, he's like, the guy's talking to the computer and he's like, yeah, I know, I saw Black Mirror. So do you think you're human? He's like, no, we are human. You're the computer. And the guy goes, no.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You saw the gif of the guys like Black Mirror in a nutshell. It's a woman walking and a guy running with a sign technology. She's like,
All right.
It's a good show.
Like, okay, so people who haven't done Game of the Year with us before, usually what we do is we just kind of go through our list of our own personal top 5 games, and we'll talk about those. And we'll go from 5, 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. This year, I think our top 2 games are the same.
Yeah, I think we've all
Yeah, I think
unanimously
we all-
agreed
yeah,
that
we all
the,
agreed.
and also in the positioning of them as well,
Yeah. So
which is never happened.
yeah, I mean, a
It's
year
been
like
clo- it's
this,
been
a year like
close.
this, it makes sense.
Yeah, but it's been close.
And
But
if anyone's been listening to the show since the beginning of the year, or let's say
Do you just want to get number one
March
out of the way
3rd.
already?
they probably know. Well, I would like to say this. I want to talk a little bit about games. Like, if you guys want to talk about some games that aren't on your list,
Oh,
that
honorable
you-
mentions
some honorable mentions. Like, let's do that a little bit
first. Oh, I didn't play Edith Finch. Whatever.
What Remains of Edith Finch?
Yeah.
That is on my to play list.
I heard.
Is at my house.
it is also on mine.
I heard
I've
amazing
watched-
things about it. Just,
I watched a little bit of a let's play. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about it. I just keep hearing like it's
Yeah.
a good game. You should really play it. You should really play it.
Same,
I'm like,
yeah.
It's more of a story-driven tale. I will tell you
I
that.
like story-driven
gameplay. Not so, well. There's a couple neat gameplay mechanics. But,
I mean, similarly, Suna. The
Hellblade.
huh?
Oh,
Yeah, Hellblade.
I thought you meant Setsuna. Like
Not I Am Setsuna.
yeah, Senua's Sacrifice.
Hellblade.
Hellblade. Yeah, that's one that I had
Hellblade's on my
spoiled for
honorable
me.
mentions. Like
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it.
I did too.
And
I should say-
that game for being rinse and repeat gameplay that it is. You
Right.
know, like, but the story is fucking like
Right.
It's deep. Like this is
I-
about depression.
I like
And
just
mental illness.
specifically like how well like mocap the faces are
Yeah,
and how
it's
detailed
so-
like the lip sync
it's
is.
so
Turns
good.
out she's just like one of the studio members.
Yeah.
Who worked there, and
Yeah.
they like were mocapping her to test it out, and like it's like, oh yeah,
just
you're
fell in
really
love with her face.
you're doing great.
Yeah.
You're no, this is fine. We'll use you.
Cool. But yeah, that game is absolutely gorgeous if you get to play it. Another one of my honorable mentions is specifically due to its aesthetic is Cuphead.
Okay, yeah, Cuphead's good.
I really wanted to try to find a place in my top 5 for it because like that game just feels so good to play. But
I feel like
I think there was better stuff.
game of the year criteria for me is like replay value and long lasting longevity in it. And I feel like Cuphead has like one of those niche markets where it hit a high and like no one talks about it anymore.
I think that'll be one of those games that will be notorious in the speedrunning community.
yeah,
for
that's
years
it's
to
gonna
come.
it's gonna find life in the speedrunning community,
But that's where it'll live.
and that's where it's gonna live in not obscurity, but just in that genre.
Yeah.
And that's why it's on my honorable mentions too. Like I highly praise the fucking artwork.
Yeah.
I highly praise the soundtrack, the mechanics, everything. I love it. It's just there's nothing to offer besides bragging. Where it's like I beat this boss expert mode. I'm like, okay, what's
Yeah.
the story? Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I
you
mean,
have to
like
play
the story's pretty. The story's like pretty.
It's pretty late.
It's pretty
linear. And,
well, I mean, the story is pretty easily laid out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the same as like you would expect from a cartoon of the time of being like, oh, here's the plot device to drive.
yeah,
from
they could have gone
point
the
A
whole
to point
damsel in
B.
distress bullshit from like all the 50s
Right, but
cartoons.
they went another way.
They went that route,
like,
yeah,
you're
it's cool.
bounty hunters
Yeah,
collecting.
they did the avarice route where they played with the devil and lost, so they had
Yeah,
to
yeah, and like there's a lot to be said about that game. Like on a
developer standpoint.
right. Well, I was going to go the other way, but
I like that they risked their house and home in order
Yeah,
to
they went-
try to make that game successful. Like the
They went all out
developers
for it, yeah.
took
Right.
out, remortgaged their home and put like all their personal, like they Kevin Smith the whole thing.
yeah.
So like I have like a pretty profound respect for believing in your product that much, and I'm glad it worked out for them.
Well, the thing I was going to say is like it's a game based on it's a difficult to broach subject, but like the cartoons of the time and the way where they draw their inspiration from, there's a lot that can be said about like what the cartoons they're
I seen a shoe fly.
exactly and like
the crows aren't racist.
and like there's some of that stuff
the
in-
people who drew the crows are racist.
right, but in this case the guys who made this game will tell you they're not racist. They're just paying
They're products of their time.
right. By making the stylistic
devil has a
choices,
blackface.
by making the stylistic choices you make in that game, it comes up.
Yep.
And like I think it's one of those things you can look away from and say, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's realize that this is not what that was. This is something that's using that style, and something that we can talk about, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not malicious. It's not trying to, take anyone's culture or things like that
Sure.
or stereotypes and blame up on them. And, so that there is a little bit there of that. But for me, that game was something that I waited a long time to play, and I really enjoyed because it's challenging, it's hard, but it's also rewarding, and it's just pick up and play, and play with a friend. Someone sees you play it, they go, "Wow, that game's." It's got that real wow factor that a game doesn't have anymore. Like
they want to play it with you.
People want to play it, and like one of the things we talked about here and this year, especially about that game, was the misconception that people had that it looked so cartoony that it should have been easy and simple.
Yeah.
But it's anything but. I mean, as a person who played a lot of it, I can tell you that like once you get the patterns down, and
I'm on the opposite spectrum. I don't see it as a wow factor in the game at all. Like if I see it like in passing, like that's cool. I appreciate the art. I just feel like the gameplay is kind of like repetitive. It's way too repetitive in a way.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a boss rush basically.
Right.
You're
Exactly.
grinding
That's
on the
what it
same
is.
bosses, memorizing their patterns, memorizing their the
Which is
random.
weird to say
There's no
because
crazy randomization.
It's weird for me to say that because I can see Contran passing me like, that's a fucking dope game. You have two players.
Well, I mean,
let's
this
sit
is
down. But I
just
see-
like a
no,
1940s
But I see
Contra.
this and I'll be like, okay, you can play. I don't want to play.
Okay.
Like I don't know. It's weird in a way. I don't know what. Because I love the art. Maybe I see it too much of a cartoon, and back in the day, like I could appreciate watching it, but I can't
It makes
appreciate
sense to
like,
me,
playing
yeah.
it. I don't know in a way. Also, the sound effects of the fucking guns is like,
Well, it used to
like-
be them saying pew.
is it?
I think if I remember
That
correctly,
would've
in the
got
first one, it was
fucking
them going pew 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 or whatever, like not pew, but like
Yeah.
like a lot of the early sound effects on it. Or if you watch some early,
Love the
cuts,
art style though on the music. It's just fucking
A
phenomenal.
lot of the earliest are just like people going.
Another one
they're
for
like-
me would be Night in the Woods.
Yeah, Night in the Woods is one that like it just came to Xbox, so I'm waiting on it to go on a better channel.
Yeah,
Really well
same,
written.
same.
It's such a heavy
It-
dialogue game, but it's so well.
Literally
written.
only been on
and
the
it's
Xbox for
funny
2
as
weeks.
fuck. Like it's a funny game.
Yeah.
It has a good story. Like I won't spoil it. Just go. Play it. 2D adventurous.
Let's see. They're like I know it's not making my list, but Horizon Zero Dawn.
Whoa.
That's like a game that looks good and looks impressive.
It's also not on my top 5, but
It's on my top 5.
Well, it's not on my top 5 because I didn't play.
I can respect it being on the top 5.
So that game it's open world. It just has the problem of coming out with another good open world game come out.
Yeah.
And especially like right on top of it.
Yeah, it did.
And like
3 days difference.
I paused it.
the DLC and the
It was like an expansion, actually.
Right, the
expansion's
Game of the Year edition
good.
being out. That's definitely going to be one of those games you can pick up during the downtime
Expansion's really
in
good.
2018 and nail it to the wall and have a good time. What was the other thing I was going to say about it? That's another game that has like some controversy about the source material. So
Yeah.
because like once you dig into it, it has like some borrowing a lot of folklore from Native American cultures and appropriating that into its story.
At this point, every game's fucking borrowed.
right? Just
I know. I got you. I get what you're saying.
regurgitating what the
I
internet
get what you're saying, I get what you're
regurgitates.
I'm gonna for my last honorable mention, I'm gonna throw South Park up there because like
Yeah, that game did a lot of stuff.
I really enjoyed it, but I just don't think it's even close to Game of the Year material.
I think it's forgettable. Like
That's the thing is like
I already forgot the story.
I had a lot of
you're-
fun.
You don't
with
have to
it.
remind me. I don't.
No, I
You're the
wasn't
new
going
kid.
That's the point. I just don't.
I'm
care.
going to tell you the story. You're the new kid, and they're no longer playing Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings. Now they're playing superheroes.
Right. It's fun.
And that's it.
But the problem is the game. Like I beat it, and it's like, yeah, I beat the game, but I completely forgot what the fuck I was doing. I farted.
I
I,
mean,
took a
that's-
shit on the toilet a bunch of times.
That's why I'm not. Putting
No,
it
no,
on
yeah,
those,
no. I agree with you. I'm saying I agree.
I think that it deserves to be recognized as a quality game.
Totally.
But and I want them to make another one if they have the chance to.
And I'll put this on my list just so I don't be like, oh, you love retro games. Sonic Mania,
oh yeah. Sonic Mania, it's a good game.
fucking great game, fantastic.
All right, so
That's all I had to say.
All right, again,
Beautiful.
Meat and bones.
I want to preface again that like these are not like. I don't think we ever approach like we always approach our game of the year as being the game we recommend that you play this year from the previous year the most, and the game we loved the most from the previous year. But these are our personal top 5 games. It's not like a
Right.
we
Like
our opinion doesn't
like
mean any more than yours.
One of mine is
you know.
like I don't expect either one of you to agree with at all.
Right.
Because it's a personal thing.
Right, and like
Right,
you know, the same the argument can be made. You could be like, Joey, you know what my number one is? It's the Switch. The motherfucking Switch is the best thing to come out this year. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fine. You know what I'm saying? Or you and I were talking the other day. I was like,
Skyrim.
I would be like Skyrim on the Switch. I would
For
probably
the
I would
40th
slap the
time.
fuck out of you. The thing I would like, I was like, I might just put the SNES Classic on my list
Yeah.
because that's a fucking banging thing that came out this year and it had a new game.
I have a
on it.
lot of
It's-
honorable
Had
mentions.
Star Fox 2 in there. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of good games, and I'll talk about that like as well. As if you guys don't bring it up, I'll have some more honorable.
And then
mentions.
obviously Overwatch, please keep being fucking rad.
No.
And I'm just saying, like,
My number one. Get out of
No
here.
more loot boxes.
it doesn't. They
They
do,
fixed the loot box.
The loot box is still broken.
They
in
do
that
it
game.
correctly.
I get no dupes anymore. I'm happy.
I will say the problem I have with the loot box in that game is the problem I've had in loot box since the beginning. When you get a duplicate item, they don't give you enough for it.
Yeah, but you rarely get it.
They
now.
don't give you enough for it.
Yeah, but the ratio.
They don't give you enough for it.
Back then, I would fucking agree with you. Like when you
Right,
got,
but now you're at the
when
point
you got
where you're
3
just
dupes
getting
in
new
one
stuff.
loot box. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, that kind of sucks. But now it's like out of 30 loot boxes, you get a dupe. I'm like, I don't care how many fucking.
Yeah,
ones I get
they
for
fixed
that.
it so that you're not supposed
Yeah.
to be getting duplicates at the same whatever. But
Yeah, I don't-
but it's when you got like it would make me so mad. You get a dupe and you'd be like, man, you didn't even give me a quarter of what it would
Yeah.
cost me to make that.
I mean, you versus the time I play. I guess that's what it boils down to. Like, I get a loot
Right.
box like a day.
Right, but I
Maybe
didn't, I
3.
didn't grind all day to get $2 worth of fucking digital currency.
Motherfucker, take me 30 minutes.
I didn't grind for 30 minutes to get $2 worth of digital currency. I work a real job,
But I mean, I'm just saying that
Did you hear what he just said?
the
Did you hear what you just said? I work a real
I said I could work a real job for 30
okay.
minutes and get
I
more than $2.
I work a real job. Motherfucker.
I'm saying I could
You
work.
want to measure dicks right now?
No, I'm saying I could go to a real job and work for 30 minutes and get more than $2.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That is my argument.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
but for
I'm not trying
mindless fun, just shooting
Right.
around, having a fun time, they're like, oh, I got something to reward out of it.
No, and like I said, it's cosmetic shit, so no one
I
cares.
wasn't meaning to spark this debate.
No,
Like,
no.
I was just saying that
We could talk about
they've
that.
been doing a great job. And I want them to
Way
continue
to go.
doing a great job.
You're that guy that brings up Trump and fucking dinners.
Ooh, let's go. All right, so let's go to number 5. Who's got a number 5 they want to talk about?
I'll go first. My number 5 is Tales of Berseria.
Tales of Braziers? Well, I like Braziers.
Did that come out this year?
Big,
Yes, it
big old
did.
boo-boos in there. That was
It
$20
came-
yesterday.
It came out the same day that Resident Evil 7 came out.
January
that came out
something.
last year, actually.
Nope, same day that Resident Evil 7 came out.
Interesting. Okay.
It's $20.
Good game. Really good game.
I have
Fantastic
no
game.
thing on it.
Everybody knows if they've listened to this podcast for any amount of time that I love JRPGs, and specifically I love the Tales series, and this was one of the better ones. I don't really have much more to say about it than
chunky at
that.
the
Like,
bottom.
I just think that game was well rounded, had a cool story, had a cool protagonist.
That's a good cast.
Yeah, like
good ensemble of characters.
not a lot of the characters felt like really trite and tropey.
that was fun. I like
Storyline
I
was
still have to beat the game.
yeah, storyline was interesting, and it had a fair amount of difficulty for that series when normally that game those series kind of just roll over and take it.
Yeah, because what's the one before prior?
Tales
Not
is-
Zelia.
Zesteria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
that
wasn't
was
it
not great.
Zesteria 2?
No.
No,
Didn't they make 2?
No,
it was
Zelia too.
Zelia.
Oh.
But yeah, Tales of Berseria. I recommend it if you
Yeah.
If you like a Tales game?
like a Tales game. It's really really high up on my list.
All right.
That's my number 5.
Alf, what you got number 5? We'll just keep going 1, 2, 3.
Yakuza 0.
For the PS4.
Yeah.
I can respect
Did
that.
you get into that karaoke stuff?
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
So fucking weird.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, that's
That game
why
is
that
super
game is
weird.
great. Because
Maj-
it's
you-
so fucking weird.
You learn to respect the shit out of Majima.
Yeah,
God,
right.
Majima's such a good fucking character.
So,
If you love a whole shit ton of fucking mini games with a fucking enticeful story and just nonsensical
Lovable
bullshit that you
characters
could do in
and-
that game, like
1980s Japan.
yeah, it's just 1980s Japan. Like you're walking around, you fucking go to a call center pretty much and fucking like, oh, let's meet up girls, and you meet up fucking girls from like dating phone lines. You
Gross.
fucking do a shakedown where bullies walk the street, you have to take them out, they get progressively stronger. You can fucking learn different kung fu, fucking brawler styles, and there's one Majima learns breakdancing fight.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
I've watched some Let's Plays of that. So
It's a fucking great game, and I recommend it to anybody just looking for a semi-open world sandbox, which you can't really go anywhere you want, but it's a big, vast world that you can explore. And compelling story, a shit ton of side quests that you could get lost for hours in. And yeah, it's fun. It's overall
and this
fun.
guy doesn't like Shenmue. Nothing.
Oh, fuck Shenmue.
Get closer to the mic.
Fuck Shinmu.
Somehow I have to yell at you.
I don't like Shinmu.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
don't
the
like
same,
Shinmu either.
fucking same shit.
Yakuza nails it though. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's fine.
I'm looking for
Shinmu,
some sailors.
Shinmu feels tedious.
But Majima's.
Oh well, that's certainly one I did not expect. So here,
Kiru-san! Every time you hear him, oh, it's so good.
my number 5 is one that kind of weird. So it's a weird situation. I watched a lot of people play it. I bought it to play it. I haven't played it because it's broken.
Oh.
So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is my number 5. I watched a ton of people play it on PC. And I was like, oh, and then when they announced it was coming to Xbox, I'm like, I'm not going to buy it for the PC. I'm going to buy it when it comes to the Xbox. Everyone's like, shooters are so much better on the PC. I'm like, I was like, I like playing on a controller because if I'm playing on a controller, I'm on a level playing field with people on a controller. If I have to mouse and keyboard shoot people, I'm not on a level playing field. I was like, my hands.
Wait, so you never played it?
I've played it on the, like as
okay,
I've sat down and played it but not like.
I mean, if you recall,
deep
my number 5 last year was Pokemon Go. I never played it, but I recognize its significance.
Right, and that's another reason. Like, that's a play game, and like I own it, and I will play it on the Xbox when they fix it. Even on the Xbox.
I mean,
One
you'd
X,
have to be living under a rock to not know about PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Even on the Xbox One X, they can't get it past. They can't keep a steady 30 frames per second, and it's supposed to be the most powerful. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just poorly optimized.
It looks like Dookie Butts, and they should be able to fucking keep it at 30 frames per second real time.
Right, on the most powerful gaming console.
But yeah,
So
that game is huge.
Yeah,
huge.
I want
Huge.
to get it on here because like I think it only has a few more months of being the biggest
Huge.
thing.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Eventually it's going to.
Fortnite's just adding more shit to its fucking
Right.
brawler now. That's more compelling. Was it
And this year at
Fort
E3
versus Fort battle now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this year in E3 you're going to see.
Plus, it's cartoony, and I like that aesthetic better.
Yeah, I guess people like it. Like, oh, you're gonna carbine with a silencer and a zero scope 2.4 mag.
Yeah.
Like, I got a fucking rocket launcher that's a legendary epic. Like, oh, okay, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Well, like that's the first copy we've seen,
Right.
And you're going to see more
You're gonna see
this
a
year at
shit ton
E3.
more.
You're going to see like a game that's just another copy of that, or another, or Call of Duty copy of that, or a Titanfall copy of that, or
Right.
any
Night
number
Player.
of Batman copy of that. Who knows?
Dope, I like it.
But that's my number 5. I will put some time in with that.
I'll give that to my honorable mentions. I'll acknowledge its existence.
No, we
that
could
it
do
knows.
honorable mentions at the end because I have some more that I want to talk about, but I didn't know if they would be on your lists or not. Kyle, you want to do number 4?
Also, because I'm a giant weeb, my number 4 is Persona 5.
Okay. So that's one of my honorable mentions.
So, if you are familiar with the Persona series, this game does a lot to like tie into like previous installments, and it is striking and stylized and funny and culturally significant, and the game is a masterpiece. It's just stunning. Every time I would look at like just how the battles would play out and like the dynamic movement of everything and like how stylized everything was, it just like it looked like you were reading a comic book.
Yeah, I definitely like dig on the style of that. Like they got like, the cutouts for the text boxes and everything, and the characters are definitely out there and fun.
Voice acting was decent here. The localization was. Remember, it got pushed back a lot. It was supposed to come out the day after my birthday. That's why.
I was gonna say it was supposed to be. Yeah, it was called Take Your Heart, and it was supposed to come out Valentine's Day.
Day before my birthday. So and then they pushed it back to March or April because the localization wasn't right, and they were very transparent about it. Atlas said they were like, "Look, do you want it to make sense, or do you want it now?" You know what I mean? I am happy that they pushed it back in order to make it as like concrete as it was, because that is. If you are jumping into Persona, which I don't recommend you do, because it is a deep hole, but Persona 5 is an amazing place to start.
I would be remiss not to mention the little bit of drama they had there around the.
Oh yeah, there was some issue where they were like not
don't
letting
stream
people,
our game.
They weren't letting people stream it, and then they were letting people stream it to X date, and then they pushed it back even further.
Can you stream it now completely?
I don't think they actually care. Everyone streamed it anyway and told them to
Yeah. Now they don't care, but during there was like a certain date that they were like not cool with you.
Yeah, it
streaming
sucked that
stuff
Matt and Pat had to stop their playthrough.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like I said,
sucked.
like,
I was enjoying it.
I think most people I mean, we've had that discussion years ago about like, are people not playing games because you can just watch them on YouTube, And obviously Atlas felt that way about this title, and they didn't want to
I get it. And what did I say before we even record? Like I could watch a game, know right away if I want to play it, or know if I'm like I could actually enjoy watching this.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's the same.
That's how
as
I feel
watching
about
someone play
Resident
the same
Evil.
stuff.
That's how I feel about like Resident Evil now, and that's how I feel about like Persona. I enjoyed watching it. Me getting behind the wheel and steering, I wouldn't get a kick out of it as much as I'm me watching it.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of the same way on that one. Is like I was like, oh, I can watch someone play Persona and tell me what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not into the day-to-day grind of that game. So
That was the one thing that like I found so interesting about it is that like the day-to-day was actually really important. Like, and the game took a lot of precautions to like make you aware of that. Every load screen would say take your time. And like it was very deliberate about how important decisions were and how they would affect your gameplay. So like if that's like I can definitely see how like that could be tedious to some, especially like if you're not already engaged in that universe.
yeah. All right, Alf, let's do your number 4.
Nier Automata.
Ooh, that's some honorable mentions.
I was gonna mention that in my next in my afterwards honorable mentions.
Platinum takes
That's
a game.
not a Joey game, so
Platinum takes a game to be action-based, serious, and then goofy at the same time with fucking like all these fucking different stories are going on at once and different like impelling characters. Fucking soundtrack's phenomenal. I like it. It's just a Platinum game that I enjoy. Like it's fast-paced, and that's what I enjoy about it so much.
God, not only that, but like if you really dig deep, like you can get into like
Oh, yeah.
like the duality of human nature and like the game really presents like an interesting moral quandary.
Well, yeah. There's a whole like deep subliminal messaging that I can see, like an underlying tone. I can see that, and it's also like there's text that you can actually keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's like it reminds me of a Metal Gear game. Like you want to dig for tapes and like holodecks and all that shit.
Well, we were
like,
just talking to our friend Donnie about it earlier. Like we were like he was talking about humanity in terms of that game, and then like I asked him, like, well, that game kind of presents the idea of like, is there really a difference between humans and robots? Like if the robots think they're humans, and he was like, yeah, that was my point. So like I think that's an interesting topic.
No, it's it opens up your eyes.
I definitely, it's a game that like I listen to a lot of people talk about it, and like I initially watched people play it, like especially at one of the games done quick. I watched someone play it, and he's like, "Oh, well, you should stop watching now if you care about the story." And I was like, "Okay, well, I kind of want to see the story, so I'll stop paying attention." But I can tell by the gameplay, like it's not my type of game.
Oh, it's my type of game.
Right, but like at the same time, like it's one of the games after hearing about the story and the different endings.
It's fucking Metal Gear Rising. It's fucking Zone of Enders. Like it's all these
Devil
blended.
May Cry.
It's all these games, but I mean, it's
Right.
Platinum.
But it's Platinum,
It's,
like,
it's just Platinum. What
Bayonetta is about as much platinum as I can take.
I fucking love it.
It's very Bayonetta too, though.
It's well written.
Right.
It's well written. Dialogue is really fucking. Voice acting is actually pretty
Very good,
awesome.
yeah.
It's really good. It's up there.
Also, that cosplay.
Don't look up the ladder.
Let me
She
hit
won't
that
let
bit.
you. She swats.
No, she goes.
Yeah, she swats the camera.
And then you
away.
get a trophy for being a pervert.
Yep.
All right. Was it my turn?
Nah,
Were we on number 4?
son.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Cuphead. You guys can eat my butt.
No, I'm totally fine with Cuphead.
I like
being on
Cuphead.
there.
I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun with it. It was my number 4. And,
That's why you were defending it.
It was good.
It's
I mean,
totally
like,
fine.
No,
it's
fine,
a game.
fine. I was
for-
like, he's really defending this for no reason right now.
I wanted to get my. Well, I mean, I didn't want it to be like you guys talk about it, and then I go, and then I talk about it here.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to engage in the conversation. So, I mean, I've already said enough about it, but like, it's definitely because it has that retro game feel, like Contra, and
I fucking knew it was going to be high up on his list. Too, 'cause
and like, and just because it's like a game, like you watch my extra live stream, it's just me playing that and going, oh, this game, man, fuck this game, I hate it, but. I had a lot of fun with it, and it was a game that I pushed myself to play, and I still haven't beat it. Like, it still fucking haunts me to this day, and I will beat it, and I will finish it. I'm not like, and that's the thing I like about it. It's a game that I can go and play for a little bit, and like I feel myself getting better at it, and even just like recognizing the boss's patterns, and like it's a lot like Mega Man, it's a lot like Contra and those old style games, and the that 40s cartoon aesthetic is something I really enjoy, and like. it's a lot of work went into that game.
I know you've gone on about like Steamboat Mickey and and what's the rabbit's name?
Oh, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Okay. I always say the fucking Ephraim the
No, don't touch that.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I like those kind of aesthetics. So like it's something that suits me and makes me happy. But it's a game that like also the ability that like I really like it that I can play it on my PC and then go right on my Xbox and it's the same save.
That's cool.
Everything same. And like my number 3 game has that too. But go ahead.
Joey, is your number 3 the same as my number 3?
I think my number 3s are the same.
Okay. I think Joey and I's number 3 is Resident Evil 7.
It is Resident Evil 7.
I could appreciate that.
Holy shit.
That is a game that like
This is the best
But
Resident Evil.
Fuck the DLC though.
Yeah.
I haven't got there. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. I think Resident Evil 7 is the best Resident Evil.
No, you can get up and beat you with this microphone. No. If you ruin the game.
Boxing Santa. Oh! God, it's fucking stupid.
Okay, I don't really
funny.
care. I don't really care enough.
That's
whatever.
Capcom's sense of humor. Like it's
I know, but god damn.
Frank West. So you're telling me Frank West is there?
So stupid.
So I think that despite what everybody said, that it borrows from so many different areas.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
I think that because that it borrows from those games and it picked the right things to borrow,
yeah.
that it made good decisions every turn.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, not
that,
everyone.
well, you know what
I
I mean.
have some qualms.
I mean, I do too. That's why it's number 3. But the things that it borrowed from other games, like the first person view instead of the tank controls, the feeling of isolation in the house, like how PT was, like.
You got like the Nemesis style bad guy chasing you. You got the original Resident Evil style puzzles in the house.
You've got like
the
themes of horror changing throughout. Like you got like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel with Papa, and then the creature feature with Mama, and then Saw feel with Lucas.
And then you got like you got the story that you're not getting the whole story, and then you're picking up additional pieces of the story.
And then like the towards the end with the boat, and then you start dealing with like the daughter character, and like you get like the big twist, and like I just think that it's so well made. And there's like that big gravity decision that you have to make towards the end of it.
And it's a game you can go back and change.
And then holy shit, I played it 4 fucking times. I played it in a row. I finished it. The moment I finished it, I was like, I got to know how that other ending is, and I started playing it immediately.
And like
so, I really really love Resident Evil 7. I've played it minimum 4 times this year.
And it's a game.
That's a fucking great game.
It's a game that like Capcom was very hush hush about developing it.
Yeah.
They announced it at E3, and then like the only thing you got was like the people talking about the VR trailer they played and that being scary. That's whole nother angle. Is you could play the game in VR.
You can also play. Holy shit! Yeah, I didn't even get to do that.
If you play it on your Xbox, if you play it on Xbox One, it's you can play it on your PC. So like, and then like my qualms with it are that like there are some parts that it just looks bad. Like Alpha and I noticed that like the beginning the car looks bad, and like some of the
I went back and I didn't really see
there's
that.
there's just a few scenes where you're like it's an uncanny valley thing. It's not like a
I do agree
not
that
like a game looks bad kind of thing. It's just like this is
your wife looks kind of busted in the mouth.
You push just too close to. You didn't make the stylistic choices to get this to make it.
And then it's weird because then like you look at like the facial pattern of your wife, and it's like
it looks amazing.
You're like, yeah, that's good. And then it's like, then she moves, and like the hair moves. And you're like,
it's
what
like
the
I said,
fuck?
it's uncanny valley stuff.
Yeah.
And like the house looks great, and then like other times it looks like a cartoon, and then like
some of the textures load slow, and
I was like, oh, Pa just went through that fucking gingerbread wall.
Yeah.
I was like,
and you open the can of stew, and the stew's
then, like,
just a cylinder inside of the pot.
And then you go from like having good looking baddies to having like baddies that are just bad.
I don't like the mold as a villain. Like,
that's
a reoccurring. They're zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing
I
is
wish there
like,
was more variation.
They also like I put another positive is they they did a good job of getting away from the T virus, Umbrella Corporation, all that nonsense that bogs down
the things that feel staggered in the storyline.
Right. I mean, there's some of that stuff is there.
I mean, that last boss is pretty.
But
you don't get more Resident Evil than that.
But I'm like, that's at the end. But I'm just saying, like, they don't get bogged down.
It was a good twist, though. I like.
They don't get bogged down in the tropes and in story trying to like, oh, well, you know who Chris Redfield
Yeah, it doesn't
is
have to be
and
like
Leon
stars, and it
Kennedy
doesn't have
and-
to be.
Well, if you play Chris's DLC, it legit is a Resident
Yeah.
Evil.
Right, but that's
But,
a
like, you don't-
DLC
you don't-
after the game's been out for almost
And like it doesn't feel
for
like it
almost
has
a
to be
year.
connected to the Wesker family, and yeah, like
Literally, that DLC came out almost. The game's been out for 10 months, 11 months.
That DLC's so dumb. Don't play it.
fine.
It ruins the game.
I don't think it ruins it. I think it's fine.
You played it already? All
Yeah.
of it? Oh, Zoe, I got you, Zoe.
all right. Damn it! Now I don't want to play
I
it.
just all I did was laugh.
I don't want to
Just
play
funny.
it.
I
I don't wanna
couldn't
play
take it.
now.
I like.
Just funny.
don't
Who
wanna play
was
it now.
playing it? Was
Donkey
it
was
Matt
playing
or Pat?
Yeah,
Someone was
probably.
playing it, and I could not stop laughing. I'm
Yeah.
like dying.
I mean, that's what they wanted out of it. Like, it's,
Yes, man. The Chris thing had played like a classic Resident Evil action based. I liked it. I didn't like what they did with Lucas.
yeah. Well, I'm not.
But
I'm not.
that
I'm not
was
rating. I'm
that-
not rating the DLC here.
No, no,
This is
no,
the
I'm
core
saying,
game. It mostly is what I'm.
I love
about.
everything they did in the core game. Everything they did was amazing.
All right, well, let's get Alice number 3 so we can move on.
Oh,
to-
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, okay. You like Ashley Birch's Alloy? Of course.
My only fucking complaint with that game is that the dialogue scenes when they go, "Are you here?" Yes.
My issue.
Stay still.
You know, my issue with that game was
What?
I was so interested in the narrative, like I wanted the game to have better pacing, and then like they would be like, okay, here's this small tidbit of narrative, and then like 3 missions of dumb shit that I don't want to do. Like it was like, make sure you learn how to trap the thing, like set the traps, and then so the guys run through it. Oh, you didn't do it right. Set the traps again. Fucking do the thing. Climb the mountain. Got the guy. Come back here. Talk. And now I get to get a little bit of storyline again.
I mean, that's
like
just filler.
I know, but like, and the game companies tend to do that when like they have like big open worlds. You know what I mean? Like there's so much like in between this piece of good shit and this piece of good shit. That like the rest of this part, you can't see that I'm miming an area of not good shit in between the things that I want.
I get you. Everyone takes away different points of view.
Which is, I will readdress this when we get to number 1.
like.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it, the story. I enjoyed the pacing of it. Sometimes, like, the story was great, but I also feel like I wanted to take a break and explore the world. So I did enjoy that. Like, that's what I like about open world. Like, there's a main thing waiting for me right across the horizon, but hey, it's a gold fucking bear I could fucking just hijack right there for no fucking
So
reason.
you're
Let me
saying
just go
there's
kill it.
there's no Recore?
Yeah, there's no recourse.
No record.
But I enjoy it, and fucking the game looks fucking
No, it looks great.
It's one of the best looking
visual
games.
showpiece.
Beautiful.
It's just one of the best looking video games.
If you got a 4K set,
Yeah.
just fucking pop that in the
Right,
Pro.
and then-
pop
and
that in the Pro, bro.
You know, the creature
I completely
designs are
agree.
well done. The world's well done.
Dude, when you start getting to some of those bigger dinos too, like you were like,
my
holy
God.
fuck-a-moly,
It's-
this looks incredible.
Story's pretty good.
Combat's great. I mean, it's all about like aggroing and all that shit. Like, it reminds you kind of like an MMO sort of style. And you just take the big dinosaurs to the guards. Let the guards kill it.
I'm worried. Like for me personally, the only thing I have to say bad about that game is I'm worried that I'll never play it because it's so big, and like I'm gonna get to it late.
That's what my only fear of open
I
worlds
think
is that.
that's true. I don't think this is a Joey game because of that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that's what open worlds are doing. They're getting bigger and bigger, and then they're doing that thing that I think we talked about in the podcast where do you even fucking need a mini map? Because the mini map is just cluttered with a bunch of icons now.
That you're not
It's
gonna go to anyway.
Here's your blacksmith. Here's your car shop. Here's your fucking girl that you have to go meet up. Oh, here's the main story quest. By the way, here's the guy you got to fuck over. It's like,
Yeah, you might as well
or
have a
am I
giant map.
drowning? All right, it's like
Yeah.
it's so big that it becomes cluttered. It's
Yep.
not like Borderlands where it's like, yeah, it felt big, but you know from point A from point B where you have to go.
Yeah.
Zelda, you just made your own map in a way. That's the way I figured it.
I don't know why you reminded me of Borderlands. I hated the mapping in that system.
I fucking love Borderlands.
No,
I
I like
think it was
Borderlands.
zones.
No,
It-
that's
I think
zones.
I think Borderlands handles
I would
it
hate
perfectly.
I know. I would
It was
hate it because
great.
it would like if you're driving, it would make you drive across the zones. Like it'd be like, oh, you need to go here, and it would just take you to the next zone checkpoint
Yeah.
instead of just being like you need to just open your fucking fast travel and fast travel to the zone.
I
and
mean,
go to it.
yeah, but if you can do that too, though.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
If you didn't know to, I guess.
yeah. If
I mean,
you're like, oh, where am I going? And it's like, you're like, that's right over there, and you're like, oh, I got to drive across.
I mean,
fucking
unless
5
you
zones.
click on the hub thing, and then
Yeah.
it goes like, you have missions here, here, and here, and
Yeah.
then these missions are, it does like line it
Yeah.
out for you. In Borderlands 2, I don't remember how they handled it in 1.
Maybe one was kind of slower.
I just remember
It was more
I
rudimentary.
just remember every Borderlands where inevitably what happens is I'll pick a mission and I'll start driving towards it and I'll get to the little mission hub, the little gate thing. I'll be like, I should have just fucking fast traveled.
Incidentally, I'm playing Borderlands 2 again right now. Game is
I love the game.
so
I
good.
love the game.
Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep is the best DLC in all of video gamedom.
People hate pre-sequel, but I like pre-sequel.
I'm
I
gonna
do
play. I'm gonna play it.
Australian.
I'm gonna
I
play
enjoyed
it.
it.
I'm gonna play it and see what's up.
It's really fun if you get 4 claptraps.
I was gonna say we all the roommates have agreed we're all gonna play Claptrap.
yeah.
It's a nightmare, fuck fest, and you're like,
Yeah.
God, this game's terrible, but this is so fucking stupid and fun. How do we even beat a boss with like this? That's
Yeah.
what you tell yourself.
Luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the story's pretty cool, and like the expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn is really dope. Like Frozen Wildlands.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I was like, it's something Frozen Wild.
Please
or something.
play it. Like if you actually beat the game and you haven't beat the DLC, this DLC adds way more
Let's
depth
pick
to
up
a
the game of the year at this point, right?
Yeah, pick up the
Yeah.
game of the year. You know, it's not just like expansion. Like, oh, you got a piece of clothing on a new snow mountain. Like, no, it's like there's fucking good story and good like raids and shit
Yeah,
like
it's a
that.
good
It's
game.
like, I don't know. I love the game, and it's a shame that I had to pause it for my number one.
Also,
But when my number one was complete, I felt the need to go back.
also
and I
the
did
thing
it.
I would say is also it's made by Gorilla, who make Killzone.
Didn't it make a Red Faction?
No,
I thought
That
Guerrilla
was-
made it before
that
they
was
got 2K.
Pandemic or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was Guerrilla. Oh no, Red Faction Guerrilla. That's what I'm talking about. Never mind.
No, it was
Yeah, it was a
Gorilla,
PS2
it was
game.
Gorilla Games.
Oh, PS3, sorry.
Is it Gorilla Games? It's Gorilla, and they're the ones who made Killzone.
Yeah.
And you're like, the people who made Killzone made this.
Yeah.
The
Killzone's
Halo
really
clone.
uninspired.
Stop making Killzones.
They're not.
Please stop making Killzones. No one wants Killzone.
Like even when it was the first game on the PlayStation 4, I was like, I don't want to play this.
Yeah, Frozen Wildlands. God damn it. Horizon Zero Dawn. number 3.
All right. So we reached the point where we all have.
Come to
Like,
the
mind you,
unanimous
we have not
conclusion.
discussed the list with each other ahead of time, but we all know each other well enough to know what our number 2 and number 1 is, because we've known this since we've talked about it. Like, it's just casually just been like, this is probably this and this is probably this, and like we know what it is. All right, so that being said, any like I guess we can stick the honorable mentions in here as well. Anyone have anyone thing they thought of like honorable
I really wanted to mention Near Automata. Game was brilliant.
Metroid.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Metroid, and
Yeah,
like,
did you get that last Metroid?
shut up.
Idiot.
I hate that's why it's not on the list. I hate that game. I hate that game.
I also wanted to mention
Good game,
Evil
just-
Within 2.
That's a game that like I've watched a Let's Play, and like as I watched Let's Plays, like I really need to finish the first one before I
Yeah.
get into this.
That's like kind of a couple of reasons why I didn't put it even on like my previous honorable mentions, because like you got to do a lot of homework for this one.
Yeah, because like they just throw you right in there.
Yeah,
And
and it feels disjointed sometimes. But the way that they grew from the first game to the second game, it needs some. People need to realize that company or that team of development is evolving and maturing in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Like I think that the amount of quality from the first game to the second game indicates that whatever game they do next is going to be fucking out of this world.
well, there's definitely one that I have, and it's on the pile of don't trade these in.
Yeah.
just play it when you get to it.
Well, you know,
Doesn't matter.
fucking like DLC is going to come out for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll have
We got to find out what's going to happen.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Did you get all the slides?
No.
Get all the slides.
yeah. So I mean, even if they don't
something
deal,
like,
and then what else?
I would say like Wolfenstein's one.
Wolfenstein's up there
I
for
was
just being a
wondering if
crazy
Joey was
game.
gonna bring up
Beautiful
Wolfenstein.
game, crazy action.
Like
payoff was
I've watched I watched Let's Plays of it, and everyone's like, it controls like shit and plays
Yeah.
like shit, but the fucking story is out
Story's
there,
great.
insane, fun stuff.
I used to remember we danced.
I want to mention that it was okay.
My dad made
Sha-
me kill
Shadow-
my dog.
Shadow. that is a thing. That
You don't
happens
have to
me.
kill a dog.
Yeah, he kills it.
Yeah, you can shoot upwards, and he's just like little bitch.
Like I've never
no,
met
no,
the
no.
most hated dad in ever, and that's him right there.
oh yeah,
God, that's him.
All right.
guy's a fucking pizza.
Pineapple. I feel like if you're looking for a game that's fun and long, Shadow War is not bad.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! You're just wrong, boy. It was an enjoyable little game.
How
but
much
I
is
don't.
Warner Bros. Paying you?
Yeah, I don't.
I'll take my chance.
Not nearly enough.
They tell me insulted caramel Pepsi. So you see how much they got made.
Shit. If Joey's saying that, then I'm saying WWE 2K18 is a better game than that game.
It's a mention in the. Just like I want to encourage them to stay on that Nemesis system and make it right and take that idea and do something.
Leave
good
Lord
with
of the
it.
Rings.
Leave Lord of the Rings. Do something good with it. Don't make another game that's 800 hours. That game doesn't need to be 800 hours. You don't need to pile the orcs on top of each other so that it becomes an unmanageable chaos of mess. I also
That feels like a not Joey game.
I don't like that
Jesus.
you can de-level the orcs down and they like become
So
unintelligible
let me
messes.
let me ask you this one, boys. What was the biggest regret for you for the year?
Shadow War.
I know hands down what mine is.
Mine Shadow War.
Bubsy.
Was it Bubsy? Yeah, Bubsy's pretty bad too.
No, you know what? Prey.
Prey, really? I've
I don't.
respectable things to say about Prey at $20. That's what it is now. It's a $20 game.
Joey, it's not pay per hour. It's like I got $20 more for it.
$20.
No, did you enjoy the
Agents
game?
of Mayhem is also terrible.
No, I'm surprised you
let's
haven't
see.
guessed
Oh,
it.
Mighty Number 9.
Nope, that didn't come out this year.
Mighty
Did it?
number 2.
I'll remind you.
Mighty number 2. Ukulele for Alf.
No,
Hat in Time. You forgot Hat in Time.
Oh, Hat in Time. Oh, God. It's so good.
He's like, amend my number 3. It's at the time.
It's not up there,
Sonic
but
Mania is also good. That one's a good one.
I mentioned Sonic Mania.
Sonic Forces.
Hat in Time's like,
My biggest regret for the year is
Wait,
Mass
wait, wait.
Effect Andromeda.
Oh, yes, that game is a stinking
yeah.
turd. They
Wait.
killed Mass Effect died for that.
This isn't a reminder. It's 2018. Mighty Number 9 on 3DS and Vita are still non-existent.
Ooh. There
fuck
it
you,
is.
Inafune.
Oh,
I think we've all come to the conclusion that he's not the fucking hero that we thought he was.
Just
Like,
took the money. He's like, you guys don't want Red Ash? All right, later.
Bye. Thanks for
But
the money.
deeply offended at Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, I still haven't gotten around to like sink my teeth into it because I don't fucking want to.
From my understanding, is that it's just okay. Is that's the problem? Is this the same thing with?
I know, but like that's the issue is that the original trilogy is fucking back to back stellar.
Right. The problem is they launched an okay Mass Effect, and and because it was just okay and broken, and to get it out on time, is it like it's missing stuff? It's missing.
Yeah,
It's missing like
That's-
final
but that
character
is-
animations. It's missing facial stuff that wasn't done right.
it's hands down
Missing
my
story pieces that were going to be DLC.
Funny you
biggest
mentioned
regret.
Arms.
Arms is awesome.
I thought Arms was fun.
You know, I can mention. I spent some time with Splatoon 2. That was a game.
you did play that. I watched.
Oh, wait, 1-2 switch.
Oh, One Two Switch was fun.
Oh, my God.
Now he's,
Come
gonna, now he's gonna say Mario Kart 8.
You know,
Mario Kart's awesome.
You know what's crazy? I clearly I don't know how to shave,
Yeah.
and I'm the best at the shaving game. I'm the greatest.
I was waiting for one of the Joy Cons to get just stuck in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was waiting on that.
But I am the greatest shaver.
But snipper clippers?
Snipper clip.
Fucking popper clops.
What was I gonna say? I wanted to talk about Metroid when you brought it up. Is that's a game I couldn't. I liked it. I don't like the repeating enemy types enough to like push myself to the end of it. But like, it's a solid game and it looks great. It plays great. If you haven't played that game before, it's fine.
Joey.
It's-
Did you get the last Metroid?
Yep,
He's in that card.
He
He's
did it
there.
right now.
I'm gonna get him.
He did it right now.
Yeah, you gotta show me that
Okay, I'll send you a
complete
picture of it
card.
when I get home.
Google image.
Yeah, Google image. Finished. All right, boys.
Are we gonna move on to the final? I don't think I have anything other than mentions. Like don't play Shadow War.
Yeah.
If you want a broken ass game, play Troll and I.
Whoa.
That game broken.
What is it? Oh, we were number 2. We're our number 2 game. It's Odyssey, right?
It's very close, but yeah, I think it's Odyssey.
It's Odyssey,
Odyssey.
right? It's all Odyssey, right? Okay.
Odyssey.
So Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. is
Holy
number 2.
shit! What a fucking game!
Right?
Like, it breaks my heart that game can't be number 1. Because like I think it has every right to be too.
Yeah.
Like, but
Well, yeah.
my issue with
Also,
Mario
it has
Odyssey.
999 moons. Like
My issue with Mario Odyssey is that I think that it overstays its welcome.
Ooh.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How so?
So like, I was content with the first ending.
That's why I didn't go back.
I was like, I think that I really enjoyed this. I don't need any more. And then as I continued to play more, it started to grow less and less on me.
That I did the same thing with that game that I did to Zelda, where I was like, I need to finish this game before I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. So like I got to like 300 something moons, and I was like, I cannot possibly get any more. I don't care anymore. But
now I have game to play when
that being said, I think that game is fucking flawless. Otherwise,
I don't like racing motorbikes up city streets, or chasing Koopas, or playing volleyball.
you don't have to do any of that.
You don't have to, but if you want to, 100% it.
Right, but I didn't 100% it. Like that.
No, that's why I stopped playing it.
Yeah,
I was like,
like
I've done most of the things.
Like if you find a thing that you think is stupid and you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
Yeah, don't do it.
That's the beauty of that game. That the Mario's ability to move has never been so high.
Just like little
holy
Mario.
shit, like fucking run, you jump, you like double jump, you throw the hat, you lunge into the hat, you bounce off the hat, you throw the hat, you bounce off the hat again. You're like,
Circus du Soleil Mario.
You do the circle hat thing, and you
fucking like
you're the
every
guy.
little crevice has like a little reward for you. Like there's invisible coins over there. There's a stack of coins over here.
Yeah, the game rewards you for exploring.
Plus, it's fucking beautiful. One Up Girl has been stuck in my fucking head.
I bought it
Like
on
the
iTunes
whole
what?
just to have it.
You could just stole it from
fucking.
No, I don't do the Joey thing. I support my artist.
Living Tombstone's
game.
remix of it is fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is that the one
good.
that's like EDM-y?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, I love Mario Odyssey.
It's really good.
I don't think I'm gonna play it again, but I'm not gonna get rid of it.
I
don't
mean,
know why.
I've beaten it to the point where I think I have 803 moons.
Holy shit, man!
Well, I'm still going. But
I'm
I
very
just pop in
impressed.
when I'm bored and be like, all right, let me
I'm
play
very
some more.
impressed.
That's why that game's good. It's like because you can pop it in. That's one of the reasons I walked away. Is like if I leave meat on the bone here, I can come back later and be like, oh, I could get some of these moons. that I-
sure.
It's like Mario 64. I didn't get the 120 moons when I was a kid. I went back and did it. And I was like, oh yeah, let me boot up my old save file. 80 moons. All right, let's do this.
And like I like that game delivers on all the promises you think that it's going to deliver on. Like especially at the end where you're like, are we going to do this?
Yeah.
And then they do it, and you're like, oh wow, this is fucking finally yes, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do.
God.
And you guys did it, and like
The best part was I had somebody next to me who was trying to naysay that ending, and I was just like, "Be gone, hater!" Like,
Gone thought.
yeah, just the same person made me aware of that meme. Like it's just a bunch of JoJo like, "Be gone, thought!" Like, but anyways, yeah, they were just like, this ending is like super anime and stupid. And like I was like, first off,
The original
it's
ending?
fucking Mario twins. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is it the
Like,
original ending?
Yeah.
The original ending you can like try to drum up as
First
a
off, I
as
thought
a
it was
commentary on the damsel in distress.
I thought it was
thing.
super satisfying.
Yeah, I
like,
loved
The very first ending, like I was like, oh, that's adorable. Like I'm so happy that she got to have her.
She's like, I'm just here because I didn't have a way to leave.
Yeah, like I needed a ride home.
I need
Like,
a meal ticket.
Yeah, like I.
That was actually one of my favorite things is finding like the different outfits. Like the,
Oh, I
the
love
different
it.
locales.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Holy shit, Samurai Mario! All my dreams have been fulfilled.
Nah, just Mario 64 with high fidelity graphics all around you. I'm like, this makes sense.
Yep, this is where I live now.
And then, well, I already said Playboy Mario, boxers and the captain's hat.
Yep.
That's it.
I didn't like that you could spoil 64 early for yourself
How?
by going to through a painting.
Oh yeah.
Well, to me, I saw it and through a painting. Like I saw Mushroom Kingdom, and I was like, this thing go. That's what I went, and then I'm like, I get to visit this, right? And then when I beat the game, I'm like, yes!
You went through the painting.
Like,
You went to the painting, and you can see it.
well,
all in the
yeah, but I thought it was just like a thing, like, oh, there it is. You're not gonna see it. That was my
Yeah.
first painting.
Oh,
Like, I didn't know what it
'cause
was.
I went to one of the other paintings and then like found the other
Yeah.
kingdom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so
My
this
first
is what
painting
it
like
is.
led me to like Luncheon
Yeah,
Kingdom or
that's one of the
something like
first
that. Yeah.
Ugh, worst kingdom.
Really, you get to be a big stack of meat.
I like kicking the stuff into the stew.
You get to walk on that corn.
I hated it.
You get to
hated
ride.
it?
You get to climb up that dude's
Out of
bark.
all the kingdoms, I didn't like that one.
My
Right next to
my
the
least
woods.
favorite-
Right after that is oh my
Which
god,
woods?
the woods, the deep woods with the T-Rex on the bottom.
The fucking water place. Oh my god.
Water's all right. I like the zipper stuff and the cloud level so much. I liked it a lot.
All right.
We all agree the one where you come with geckos.
Plus, you just get cheap and swim everything.
I mean, clearly, like
the one where you come with
big Japanese Bowser's Castle is the.
Oh, that's
coolest.
fucking awesome. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know why we're here, but let's do it.
Yeah,
really
just like
super weird,
Bowser's
and you're a
feudal
woodpecker-
castle. Like,
you're a woodpecker thing.
okay. Oh yeah, that was dope. Yeah, it was so much fun because you got to fling yourself
And then
around.
for no reason. Oh, we're in Dark Souls. Okay. I was like, all right. Oh, I'm fighting a boss. Okay.
The I mean, let's spoilery, but the dragon boss is fucking interesting. That just comes out of fucking nowhere.
That was Dark Souls. I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay, all right, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Like there were some levels I just didn't care for. That was it. Like
And like
that one, the woods one, the luncheon, and God, there was one more that I just fucking couldn't stand. I forgot what it was, but.
Was it the one that I
love
hate?
New
Was
Donk
the one
City.
I hate?
I love Mushroom Kingdom. I love the moon.
It's the one that I hate where the
Moon's
dope.
where the Odyssey breaks down and you're the little gecko guy and you got to fly around.
I love that one. The swamp.
Yeah, I like.
I loved it because you like that Mrs. Wigglesworth. You're like, I named her Mrs. Wigglesworth.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, it's just Wiggler.
That's why it's 2017. I have to call her Mrs. Wigglesworth.
Yeah.
what was the
Take
other
away
one?
the stereotype.
Did you not like the snow one?
Well, no, because you don't.
Snow was cool.
Remember, because like there was that time where Nintendo tweeted Mario hates
Frozen Desert?
Oh yeah, I remember.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Because those centipedes' names are Wiggler.
Yeah.
And then one time Nintendo tweeted that Mario hates, and there was a letter missing from it. It's not like a curse word, is it?
No.
The white appropriated word, like what you would call Jamie Kennedy, and I'm not gonna say it.
Like,
How
we're
is
fine.
that?
All right.
Nope, let's not go there. We're in game of the year. So
Kid Rock's one of them.
Okay, this would be the one that someone would watch.
This is how we never stand out.
This fine.
We need controversy.
No,
Take our cameras to the suicide force.
I don't need to pay for that. Any other final thoughts on the Odyssey? Like, I love the
Why can't I play as Luigi?
the 8-bit level parts are pretty.
Because
fun,
his year was like 2014. Fuck him.
We got a shitty game for him too.
the 8-bit parts were really good.
I love the
parts
8-bit
were,
levels.
You
were
know,
super fun.
the
musical number for One Up Girl was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's really good.
Then you
Holy
go back
shit.
and you could
Loved
get an
it.
8-bit version of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went back and did it as the 8-bit version. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so good.
yeah,
yeah.
love it.
Being able to turn to a car for some reason.
That was weird. The manhole cover was weird too.
Yeah, that was weird.
So
The puzzle solving in the game is great. The desert fucking was awesome too. I loved that.
loved it. Yeah,
I didn't like having to herd the sheep.
I mean, whatever. They need some stupid fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I hated, I still don't like it. The rabbits.
oh, the Brutals.
Yeah, I just don't care for them.
Yeah, they got like
They feel out of place.
They
play-
feel way out of place. They
You know
felt
what?
like they felt like they were created for another game.
Yeah,
And they were like, well, we need Odyssey was being developed at the same time. We're like, we need villains. We can't
They
use the
should-
Koopa
they sh-
kids.
Well,
They
you
should
know
have
who
been-
you know who they reminded me of is it Boom Boom, the name of the mini bosses in 3? The mini boss in 3?
Yeah.
They reminded me a lot of that kind of gameplay where
my issue with the Brutals
3 hits,
is,
3 jump hits, and they're down.
guess.
And
I mean, that's just Mario
They vary
formula.
up their. What I'm saying, they vary up their attack type.
yeah.
Yeah, but then the Koopa kids did the same
They
thing too.
Right.
they seem like they should have been bosses for Mario X
Rabbids. Yeah. It felt really out of place. I
there's
don't
an
understand.
mention.
I don't understand the rabbit wedding theme. I don't. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Like why? Like where did they come from?
Like
why
you-
are they the
why?
wedding
Because
designers?
when
Like,
you get married, you fuck. So multiplying rabbits is that what we're getting?
I
at?
didn't even get that from
Like,
it.
I
Yeah,
don't
like, I
understand.
don't know. Whatever.
They felt out of place.
They're
It's just
fine.
entirely-
They're fine.
They're the
No, I'm
weakest-
saying
they're a weak
they're
part of that
tolerable.
game.
But I just question like why am I fighting them? They're just bridesmaids,
not
wedding
bride-
planners.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird.
All right. All right. Let's move on to number 1. No shocker. I even wore my shirt. Ready for that?
Show the titty. Show the titty.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's a Breath of the Wild, right?
It's unequivocally Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Right. I mean, we've been talking about that since the game came out.
Game
Like,
is next year's game of the year too.
DLC came out this year, so good luck.
I just,
You'd have to replay it.
if you don't like Breath of the Wild, you're a fucking
Well,
weird.
let's
You're
talk-
just a weird person. I don't know.
No, you're that guy that was like, I hate Breath of the Wild. Look, he's special. Like you want to
No.
point and like, look, he's special.
I can see a person not liking because it's a big game and there's a lot to it, and it's a not.
There's a lot of games you wouldn't-
It's a not
no.
traditional Zelda. I can see like people making all these excuses for not liking it.
Dude, people who don't like video games got Switches for Christmas and are playing Breath of the Wild. People I know, and they're like, "Holy shit, this game is fucking like, is this what video games are now?" Like, cause like I haven't played video games in 10, 15 years.
My best friend bought a Switch and he asked me right away, what game do I play? Play Zelda. I said it right away. Play Zelda. A month later, I talked to him like, hey, so how do you like it? It's like this game has captivated my life.
Yeah.
Like I come home from work and pop it and play till I go to sleep. I pause it to play with my son, but after that, it's like play.
So similarly to Resident Evil, after I beat that game for the first time, I immediately started a new campaign. Because I was like,
Wait,
know-
so you just restarted the game?
yeah. So like because like I remember I told you like I was like I want to just do everything. Like I just wanted to do it. Like I was like I just wanted to beat the 4 beasts and then go beat Ganon. Like that was like I just want to do the storyline and then I'm gonna do it again, and then I'm gonna do all the side quests and do all the shrines.
I like to do everything in one shot. So
Nah, I was like
that's why I did all the shrines. Then I beat Ganon. But I'm not gonna get all the Korok seeds.
there's 900.
That's what I said. I was
irresponsible.
No,
I'm not
but
gonna go
like,
get that.
oh, you got a pile of shit icon. Why would I
I'm not
want
gonna.
that?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna like. I didn't want to do all the shrines because
No, fuck that. The wild tunic is just. I love the wild tunic so fucking
and like
much.
I will say one thing. Like since the DLC came out and all the amiibos came out, there's more gear than you can actually hold. There's like 105 things you can only.
I like
hold 102.
I like the Berserker armor.
Yeah, it's ups your attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too.
I just like how it looks. Like it
so-
makes like look very.
I like the
savage.
Zoro armor.
It looks really
Looks
elegant. Yeah.
really elegant, like a royal. Oh, I like that.
Let's talk about the good parts of the game, like the
We don't have enough time.
Yeah, it's not enough time.
I mean, we can't just announce it this game of the year. And just
No,
say
I
it's
know.
great. I mean,
So,
like,
obviously, if you want like a really in-depth thing, we did several podcasts like when it came out about how much we love the game. I think we did a spoiler cast a couple of
little
months
bit,
later.
yeah.
You can reference those for like a really in-depth version of it. We'll gloss.
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted. I will say this: the thing that I like about it is it went back to, for me, a game that I would talk to people about, and what they were doing to play the game and beat the game or get better at the game. Like, hey, tell me about your food recipes.
Yeah, like it kind
tell
of
me about where you
back
found
to like the Wild
this.
West of video gamedom when like
Tell me how you discovered that, or how'd you do this secret, or how'd
like
you do
it's
that.
the game is so big that like people couldn't have discovered everything while we were all playing it at once.
Right.
So like, you know, Joey and I would come into work and like spoiler, Joey and I work together. I don't know if that's canon on the podcast.
We talk about it.
Not until Disney buys us and change retcon.
Oh, please do.
The extended Golden Saucer universe is like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever.
You work at Circus City now.
I've been unemployed for 15 years.
You have
So yeah, like Joey and I would come in and you know he would tell me like, oh well, you know if you put together a truffle and a Hylian seed and then also you know whatever you'll get this, and like I was like, oh, I didn't know that, and then I would try it and I would be like, oh, you know I added 2 Hylian seeds and I got a different recipe, you know what I mean, like
That and like you know how to beat the bosses and you know,
we discussed like you know strategies and like what weapons we thought were better for like what strategies and like
until you get Rivali's Gale and then say fuck it, the game's broken.
the stupid.
and Rivoli's Gale does add takes away a little bit of the game's difficulty, but
even talk about like what order to play the champions in.
I mean, unequivocally now it's you go get Rivoli's Gale first, and then
where you can find the.
If I could do the game all over again, get Rivali's Gale
first
first.
one I got.
that's how I play it now. So
Yep.
I
That
gotta
was
get
the first
Rivoli.
one I got.
I know you were like, oh, I went to the Zora domain. I didn't listen to Prince Rivolio or whatever his fucking name is.
This is why
Ting.
I hate your way of style of gameplay. I just went there. I didn't listen to what he said.
I don't care. Like I didn't even run into him. I'm like,
It's
I
my
was
game of the
wandering
year, but I
around.
don't care about
I
the
was-
story.
No, I didn't run into that guy. I did. I walked. I went like the way I went is I went down the. I followed the river, went over to the stable, and then they're like, "Oh, you need to go up to the."
So he Rivoli Gale's upped it and then just skipped over.
No, I went to the fairy fountain, and then like the fairy fountain sent me to the other place to get the Sheikah slate upgraded, and then I was just like, well, what do I do now? And then like I wandered around, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go over here and do this dungeon first.
So similarly to Mario Odyssey, you can play this game however you want.
yeah,
You can approach it from any angle. You can,
Odyssey, really?
huh?
I mean, you don't have to do the
You really can't
recommended
go to every
moves.
planet. On
Well, no,
off the map.
I mean just in terms of like how you want to get stuff. Like,
you can get whatever moons you want to clear.
Yeah,
the
once
level.
the game's complete, yeah,
well,
you
because
do
like
whatever
in
you
Mario
want.
Odyssey, there'll be like a moon over there, and like clearly they want you to follow this path. But like if you like do like some crazy jumping thing, you could just avoid all that and just
That's
go
true.
and get it.
Yeah, you can get whatever moons you want.
Not a little go back on Mario, like limit the fucking moons.
They're there so that
You booted the game. Ba-da-ba-da-bam! It's like,
They want you to. They want to reward you for
I
exploring.
get
and
it,
doing
but
whatever
at the
you
same
want.
time, it's like some of them are just fucking like, oh, you jumped.
Simpsons gave you an achievement for pausing.
You ever play Matt Hazard?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
they're like go to the multiplayer. Oh, we forgot to put
Oh,
it in
we
there.
forgot to put multiplayer. Here's an
Here's an
achievement
for
for
being
it.
multiplayer. Yeah, that game's terrible.
I love that game.
I got an achievement for starting NBA 2K16 because I had to test it once.
Nice.
Oh,
Like, it was just like, you loaded it, you did it.
Back to Breath of the Wild.
go back frame.
What was I gonna say? Like, what's the stupid island that's in the southeast? It's impossible.
Oh, Evertide.
Evertide Island. I still haven't beat that because I didn't want to. I never went back.
Oh, the game's broken when you know.
I've
When
heard
you
that-
just know what it's like. I'm just gonna sneak up on that high line.
I'm gonna take that shit right off his neck.
Yeah, it's
Right,
like,
that's what I'm
Jesus, like,
saying,
it
like,
gets broken.
That's what I'm saying. That's the perfect thing. Like, you can avoid combat. You can take combat on head on.
No,
You
I
can
didn't-
skip bosses. You can skip entire segments of the game if you want.
At Evertide, I'm throwing pebbles at the Helox. I fucking kited him. I went up and down. Like I threw bombs. I'm like
Right.
magnet fucking him. Like then I see some guy's gameplay like, oh, you just go up to when he's sleeping. He'll lift you up there when he's snoring.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
like,
that's what I do. That's what I did too. Yeah.
holy shit.
I used the magnet to pull him off one time.
No, and then I did one route where I dropped one of my shitty
Do whatever
like
you want, yeah.
Hylian soldier sword. I dropped
Yeah.
it in Evertide. Like I found one. It was buried inside the wood, the lake, and then it's like lightning. So I magnetized
Throw
it,
it, throw
and
it
I'm
stuff.
just going down. And shit, bah! Lightning bolt right on him, and I killed him. I'm like, oh, that's a cool way of doing it too. Like,
And that's the thing about that game is that like that
That's
is one
what
of
I
the
love.
things about that game is you have to remind yourself this is Breath of the Wild, and if you can think about it, you can probably do it.
Yeah.
And
I
that was
can't
the
have
fucking
sex with him.
Fucking literally climb whatever you want. If you
Put in
see
the
it,
cart.
you can climb it. Like,
yeah, and it made good on that promise,
Yeah.
and it made it rewarding to do it, not
there-
just to say.
there-
not
there's some
just to
annoying
do it.
shit in that game.
weather.
Weather's fucking
It's
obnoxious.
fine.
Like, it is
It's
fine. Like,
not fine.
I think it's fine.
It
like,
should not rain
there
that
should,
much.
There should be limits to things. Like I like there's a sense of realism that comes with stupid inclement weather.
It makes you stop and camp. That's the thing that would happen if you were really climbing that mountain. You would have to stop and camp.
Yeah. It's annoying.
I like the snow. I like the desert. Like it's too cold. It's too hot. Hey, change your outfits. Accordingly. I like that. But the rain's like you can't climb.
Right, you
I
have
was
to.
like, all right.
What I'm saying,
I mean,
you couldn't
but-
climb. You'd have to wait out the
But-
storm.
his gale.
Hold on. Hold on. If you get the climber's gear, you can climb right through rain.
Or you can find a dry spot to hide from the rain, throw down wood, flint, spark the flint, get a fire, wait by the fire for the rain to pass.
Yeah.
No,
They give you options.
that's
like
too long, Joey.
voice acting. The
Yeah.
first time Zelda's had full-fledged
And
voice
it
acting.
wasn't shitty.
And it wasn't shitty. Zelda's voice sucks, but
Zelda's voice is horrible.
I got used to it.
It's just a B minus.
It's not yeah, it's a passing grade.
British now, Link.
Yeah, but that's a big deal for me. Voice acting is something that I really appreciate in
I've
games.
experienced worse Zelda voices, so.
Yeah.
I love hearing the Guardians talk. The champions. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Berso's Fury is now ready.
Oh.
Mipha's Grace is now ready.
Yeah. Rivoli's Gale, fuckhead.
That's the thing. Is like
I guess I should thank you,
we
Link.
talked about
yeah,
that. That's
exactly. It's just like Rivoli Lombardi. Is that you?
That should be his
If
fucking
they
name.
didn't voice act him, I would have hated that character. But because he was voice acted and I knew how arrogant he was, I'm like, this fucker nailed it because he's
And
fucking
show how
arrogant.
awesome that guy is. It was a streamer, a chick. I think we talked about this. She beats the game with Rivali's Gale. She used Rivali's Gale to beat Calamity Ganon. And they were like, oh, yeah. And she's like, oh, I just love it. I love Rivali's Gale. It's just like amazing. He goes, holy shit, I think the voice actor's in your stream. What? He tweeted it. And he's like, and then he sends a clip to her. He's like, oh, thank you for using my Gale.
Oh,
And he
wow,
goes,
yeah.
Of course you would use it. But please come visit every now and then. I'm like,
That's cool, yeah.
oh, that guy's awesome. I love him. I love him. And Zidon. You can have my dick anytime. you want.
Oh no. You're banned from the Zora Kingdom. You gotta go.
Marvelous.
This guy sleeps with the
The
fishes.
first time I walked up to the Zora domain, like I was like, "Holy
Yeah,
shit,
this
this
is-
place is fucking beautiful!"
it's-
Like aesthetically, like holy crap, this game just shines in so many ways that like it doesn't need like because it's so stylized, like it doesn't need that 4K like
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
like
Yeah.
it and like I think that it'll like really like live on for a long time. Like when I load Borderlands right now, like I have the same opinion. Every time I look at
well,
Borderlands,
it's because it's cell shaded, yeah.
anything that's like really stylized like that, especially cell shading, obviously, because cell shading is like Asian people; it just stays young. Like I don't know, it just looks great
Until it looks really old.
Until it looks really old, yeah.
So like black people, they don't age.
Oh no.
He said black people,
It's fine. Let's keep going.
but yeah, like I think that Breath of the Wild will stay looking good even in the future.
Yeah.
Due to its aesthetic choices.
I think it's a solid game. Like I would say, like the instrumental pieces are really good in there. There's only a couple memorable, like super memorable kind of pieces.
People
like
hate there was no music. I loved it. It added so much more. The music was
So,
a character.
When people
game. That's what I
when
like
people
about it.
talk about like Metroid, Super Metroid, and like the sense of isolation, the Zelda Breath of the Wild soundtrack imparts that so much.
right. Well, when you
Like-
get near a city, you start to hear music. You're like, oh,
It
finally.
peps up.
Well, no, it's like I consider like I talked about it when we talked about Zelda. Like, I consider it as like a background character. So it's like you're on your own like that. But when you reach in a stable, you hear the music. You're like, oh, an old friend. Like you
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
of,
sure.
I'm safe. Like you, I love. And when you hear, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like
Well, like
there's a fucking guardian.
there's sometimes where like you're just like climbing and they'll just hit you with like 3 chords.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, that's the
Like,
thing.
and
is,
like
it's
and so like you're just like I'm alone.
Like,
Like,
when you're in
right.
when
But-
you're in Hyrule's castle. Oh, that
aside from,
music,
like-
they hit you with every fucking theme song all mixed
right.
together.
They
like,
do, and it's great. And like, but that's the problem. Is like like, you just get so used to having like that overworld theme and,
Yeah.
and things like that. And not only that, but like
Change is good.
having right. Well, I understand why it fits there. It's just I feel like when you think of all the Zelda games, you can think of the theme for that game like off the top of your head, and like I can do it with Breath of the Wild because I listened to the soundtrack enough. But it's like it's not as ingrained as some of the other ones for spending more time with this Zelda game than any other Zelda game before it.
Oh God, I've easily put more hours into Breath of the Wild than any
Right,
other
but
Zelda
I'm
game.
just saying for more time that like
sheer
the
amount of time I
music.
play as Link to the Past. Like I've played that game.
Right, that I have too, but that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
mean,
Breath of
Wind
the Wild, I
Waker.
surpassed the shit
that's what
out
I'm
of
saying.
it.
That's like Breath of the Wild, like because of how long it is, how good it is. It automatically becomes like your longest played.
With the DLC right now, both of them, I clocked in 156 hours.
Right, and then so for me, like the music isn't as, despite having played that much, isn't as second nature as the other games are. You know what I'm saying? And like that's just a small bummer. That's all.
I love it the way it is. I love it.
And like like over time, it'll be like, okay, well, this is the menu. This is the menu music. This is the stable music. This is whatever.
Especially for life of me, I can't remember his name now. The accordion parrot, whatever his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite
Well,
characters.
no, you shove him in a stable, you hear Epona song.
Yeah.
Like if he's not there, you don't hear. Like you hear remnants of it. Like oh, it sounds like it. But
love
as
when-
soon as you stick that fucker in the stable, Epona song plays.
And
I'm
then like when he's telling his tales and stuff too, like and he gets like really into it.
Yeah, and then just having to follow him, the noise to get to him. Like to figure out where he's fucking coming.
fuck the
playing from.
Koroks though.
Poop emoji.
What about
I
that?
always drop the rock on him.
What about that big fucker who's like, yo, go get my maracas for me?
The best part.
Yo, you wanna
the
hear Mambo
best
number
part-
5?
No.
That's when he synchronizes.
Da,
Dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun.
da.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you.
Yeah, just,
That's so good. All right.
all right, you leaf beard having bastard.
All right. So that's game of the year here. I think we got most of the honorable mention stuff out of the way. Mario Rabbids play that.
I don't like-
feel like Mario XCOM. I guess.
I'm still gonna talk about fuck you.
Oh, no.
Calamity Ganon.
You
So-
didn't like it?
I also think Calamity Ganon could have been handled
I think he was weak.
in,
The first
in a
form was
more,
awesome.
Yeah, in a
The
more-
last form sucks.
Beast Ganon
Yeah,
was just like
in a more grandiose fashion, it could have been a little bit better than just like you light arrow him and
I just
whatever.
never felt
Yeah.
in danger
Yeah.
as Beast Ganon. I just felt like I just have to follow. Just keep
Yeah,
I
I-
want to say that like they were
I wanna
trying to just
wander-
impart scale. Like they were like,
No, it was
they're
huge.
like, look, you're in this field and look how huge he is.
I think the
Like,
problem
it's-
is like if you frantically
huge.
try to beat it, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem as less impressive.
beat it.
If you frantically just try to complete the game there, it'll.
No one has to beat it.
I don't know. How do you frankly beat it? It's Zelda specifically to aim for the portals. You're like,
No,
all right.
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, if you're like frantically rushing, just trying to beat it, you don't notice like how little there is actually to do. Is what I'm trying to say. Like the rush to get done to I gotta beat this boss for you. Like
You know what feels fucking fantastic though? Have either of you completed the Trial of the Sword?
Wait, maybe I did.
Where they power up the Master Sword to
DLC 1.
yep.
Oh no.
So after you power up the Master Sword and then you just fucking find some guardians, you're just like fucking nothing. Get the fuck out of my
I've
face.
been watching a lot of parry
The
videos.
Master Sword finally feels powerful after that.
I watched a lot of shield parry videos.
Oh man, yeah. People who got that shit down when they're just like, pew,
Like I
get out of
saw,
my face,
I got it
bitch.
down to the science now.
I saw one guy like.
Do you really?
Like,
I can't do it.
The
Oh, I love
Guardian's
it.
like this big.
But for the life of me,
still does it.
Lionel's take all my weapons still.
Those guys are fucking for real.
Like, no, the one that they added in the fucking first DLC, the Silvermane looking motherfucker.
Not even gonna mess with it.
I lost like 5 Guardian weapons to him, and he still wrecked my ass.
Yeah, I'm not
It's like-
even gonna mess with it.
I'm not that good on them. I could hold my own, but Jesus Christ, the amount of weapons you lose is ridiculous. But yeah, Ganon itself, like the embodiment of Ganon, and I guess that's what it is. Like you're not really fighting an embodiment. You're fighting a spirit, sort of like
Yeah.
a manifestation of him. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. I lost like
Well, I mean, like
I lost that sense of urgency.
the
because of it.
reason that he was like super being like brought up like in the storyline was because he took control over the divine beasts and all the guardians. So like without them, he's kind of just like a big spooky guy.
Yeah, he's a ghost.
So like
We
yeah.
need the divine beast to prevent. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's already here.
Oh, we
like
fucklered ourselves. We're
I
dumb.
do like the dragons.
Yeah,
Because
The
they're-
dragons
that was a
are
good surprise.
beautiful.
That's a good
They're
surprise.
so
too.
cool.
Well,
yeah.
because they just
they're
appear.
the spirit of the goddesses.
yeah.
So I like that's really cool. I like that.
And then you can kill them.
Can you kill them?
Yeah.
God, when you first see the first dragon,
I knew you could like. I've
You
only
could,
ever
like, knock- you could, like,
I've
knock
only
their
ever
teeth
farmed
and-
them. I've only ever
you can have
farmed
their
them.
teeth, horns, and scales.
Yeah.
No, I thought
and
you could. That's all I've
claws,
ever done
I
was
think,
farm them. I've never like killed one. Like,
You can't kill one.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think you actually
Okay,
can.
all right.
You could hurt the
can
fuck.
fight-
You could hurt
fight
the
them.
fuck out of one because you have to really. You could climb up the mountain.
Yeah.
And then you see him and
It's
he's
the red
like,
one, right?
"Oh, I'm awake now." It's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he goes. Wah! You're like, whoa, arrows.
He's got all that fucking shmoo on him.
I also hate fucking trying to attack them because they drop shit and you're like, where the fuck did it go?
I like the shrines because it felt like a little mini dungeons every now
Even
and
the
then.
ones where you gotta.
Shrines are great.
Fuck
I
the
think. I
motion
think. I
control-
think.
fuck the
I
motion
think.
control ones.
Yep, those are terrible. I think shrines are absolutely the perfect way to teach your player how to play a game. They're not intrusive. Like you can do them whenever you want.
Let me take a picture of my screen and go to the other and like put that and then go to the other
Selfie
one
Zelda's
and take a
weird.
picture.
I will say that's kind of weird.
I don't know do that.
You didn't do that? You gotta get all the little stupid things, pictures of everything in the game. All right, I think we've beat this horse to death. We're talking about fucking selfies.
Also, Impa's
Oh.
understudy really wants that link D.
Oh, she's cute.
Which one?
She
Paya.
wants it. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one?
She wants that D.
She's terrified.
Which
of you.
one are we talking about?
The white-haired girl that's terrified of Link when she meets him, and then she's like, "Imp is in there." Oh God, he's talking to me.
Oh,
Wasn't she
that
having a
one. Yeah,
dream
yeah,
at
yeah,
one
yeah,
point? She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, Link, yes." I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Chickens. All right.
"Oh God, the cuckoos in this game. They make dive bombing noises."
The great fairy fountains. Jesus.
I love them.
The last one just straight up just like deep throats you. Just
All right. Okay. That's enough of this game. It's great. Great game. Play it.
Play it.
Play it on the
Yes,
Wii
play
U if you have to. Play it on the Switch.
I had a friend who played it exclusively on the Wii U, and he said it was fucking fantastic.
Then
so.
download the Dolphin. I mean, later and play Wii U.
I think they got it up to
on
60 frames.
1080.
They got it up to 60 frames, I think,
That's
too.
what people were doing and unlocking the shit out of that game.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Instead
definitely...
of shield surfing, you have Goku riding a Nimbus.
Yeah.
so stupid.
I saw the motorcycle already become Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's
and,
fucking
I've seen
fun.
that, too.
I saw Link becoming Initial D with a bike.
Yep.
So you see the cars just fucking going everywhere.
Have you seen my car? Yeah.
All right. Housekeeping. So 200 episodes. You don't just get there by showing up every week and recording a podcast with your buds.
That's what we've been doing.
Obviously.
Have we been doing that?
So like if you like what you see, let us know. If you hate what you see, let us know. I don't care. I just like to know. What
Let
we're
us know
doing
in the
well.
comments what your favorite
Yeah,
out of the 200 were.
I like to know what we're doing well, and I like to know what we're doing
I bet you it was
poorly.
going to be last week's episode because you don't know we had one.
Yeah, podcast at goldensaucer.net, or you can send an email to any one of our names at goldensaucer.net. Get a hold of us directly. We do episodes at least once a week if we can. Like every once in a while, we'll take a little break. We usually try to be upfront about if we're going to take a break. So next week, I don't foresee us missing anything. Looks
Probably
like
not.
it'll probably be good for the next couple of weeks.
Probably good.
Unless like something happens or comes up. Obviously, like a slow point of the year for games, so probably be some of us talking about some of the games we already talked about as honorable mentions, catching up with stuff. I know I have What Remains of Edith Finch at the house to play, Night in the Woods. I'm probably going to play the Turing Test at some point. All these short games. There's other games on PC that I've looked at. Like, obviously, we do the video portion as well as the audio portion. So whichever one you like to take in, take it in that way. Like, I really appreciate seeing the views on YouTube. I really also like seeing the numbers go up on the podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes, any of your podcast things. You can either type in our RSS feed or look us up. Golden Saucer, it shows up. We're there. You get us every week. A little brief episode synopsis that I write that's usually just tells you whatever one or two games we talk about, whatever topics we are. What else?
There's like one misspelled word that I catch a week later.
Yeah. You can get the solid no prize.
It's not like misspelled. It's just like mistyped or whatever.
Yeah, you can catch Joey's typo and you get a no prize. So I would say thanks. Appreciate that. I really
and like I won't catch it till a week later, and then I'll be like, I don't know if you care, but this is wrong. And Joey's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fix it.
I'm gonna fix it. It looks like shit if we don't fix it. What else? Joey's crappy. I don't know if I'm going to redo the Game of the Year again to look if I can redo it over the one we've done like the last 4 times or whatever. Yeah. Just keep making it look terrible.
Yep.
That's always fun. Maybe I'll just like do an animated GIF one this year or something. I don't know. What else? That's it. I mean, like usually, we record on Monday nights. It goes up on Tuesday or Wednesday whenever I get around to recording it. I'm a dad, so sometimes like files just sit on the computer for a day while I take care of business. What else? Yeah.
Is that his middle name? Just Henry Business Mom.
Yeah, I gotta take care of business. Alf's gonna play some Xbox One games, right, Alf? Working on Gears of War 4.
I got other games, bro.
Game's pretty good.
I'm trying to get a PS4 to play PS4 games.
I have one sitting around. You want it?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to play any.
Idiots.
It's literally collecting dust. I could scrape the dust out with a fingernail.
There's good games on there.
I agree. There are good games on the PS4. That's why I need to get another one. All right. Anything else, boys, before I call it a night?
Later.
One more.